brought to you by Howard's official appliance and flat screen superstores of the Angels. By Carl's Jr., the teriyaki $6 burger with grilled pineapple back at Carl's Jr. And by Aflac, we've got you under our wing. We come to you from Angel Stadium, where the Yankees and Angels begin a 3-game series. The Halos in second place in the West, a half game back of Texas, and the Yankees tied with Boston for first in the American League East. Today's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 177 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world on Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. Welcome.
And we hope you can be entertained, and thank you for your support. And we feel secure because of you guys. Thank you.
The Yankees first in the top 5 offensive categories, including runs per game, averaging 5.5 per contest. They go Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, who leads the Yankees this year with 21 home runs, 63 RBIs, and a .552 slugging percentage. Then Alex Rodriguez, Swisher, Cano, Cabrera, Ransom, and Jose Molina on the mound for the Angels. A guy who knows how to win. He's 40-19 in his career. Joe Saunders, but he has been having tough times the last few starts.
I'll say he has. He needs to keep the ball in the yard. 20 home runs, giving up 18 to right-handed batters. That'll be the telltale sign of what happens tonight for Sando, because they got a bunch of right-handed hitters that are strong against lefties. The Yankees are hitting .292 versus southpaws this year, and are 17-9 versus left-handers. So it's going to be a tough one for Sando, but he's got to be able to get ahead of guys. That's the most important thing. Get ahead. And then maybe he can pitch inside and knock a few of them off the dish, which he's been lacking in. Abreu, Matthews Jr. now is in center field. That's okay. You got Rivera out there. Matthews Jr.'s got plenty of legs to cover the ground out there. Now, who's going to get the big hit? That will be the big key. Mathis behind the plate for him. You see Historis and Aybar back up the middle. This has been a winning combination for Mike Scioscia, which team is 3rd best in the American League in fielding. It's Jr. We're looking for him to step up. So is Scioscia. He's saying, all right, now you got a chance to go for some time because Torrey Hunter's going to be out. Jr. has the ability to make a difference.
And that guy is a tough competitor. He must be hurting not to be in that lineup. Here is Derek Jeter to lead things off. First pitch swinging right back up the middle. Almost hit the head of Joe Saunders.
Well, just like his previous 2 starts where teams have homered off of him in the first inning, Jeter sends one right back to spin his hat. Man, oh man, not a good start. Right away, right-handed hitters are feeling comfortable against Saunders. Man, and that's, I'll tell you, it's a good thing that was over his head because he reacted when that ball was already by him into the outfield.
And he went for it with his pitching hand. He can't do that.
Well, that was just protection. I mean, that was a reaction just watch out.
He's lucky, though, it didn't hit his hand.
So there's a wake-up call early.
And here's Johnny Damon. Damon comes in batting .280 with 16 home runs. A lot of home runs, but these guys hit a lot, not only because they're good hitters, but also because of the new Yankee Stadium. And it has been unbelievable how many balls have been flying out of that ballpark.
Yeah, Jeter's hitting .440 against lefties, so he has no problem.
Damon lifts it in the air left side. This will get out of play, and he'll be down in the count 0-2.
Johnny's been in a little tailspin, just 1 for his last 11. Had the day off yesterday. He's been kind of nursing some pains, and every player out there at this particular time of the year is going through some kind of owie syndrome, whether it's their arm, shoulder, legs. So, this game's demanding, but that mental muscle up top will tell the true tale. How strong can you be mentally?
Saunders does have a good pickoff move, but Jeter, excellent speed, and judges the pitch as well. He's 17 for 20 stealing bases this year.
And Saunders, you mentioned it, he's allowed 9 stolen bases against him. 5 have been caught, and he has 4 pickoffs this year. He usually throws behind runners pretty well at first. They take off to go to second on his first move, and they usually get him at second.
Former Angel Mark Teixeira is waiting on deck. He'll be batting from the right side against the southpaw, Joe Saunders. Damon takes down low and outside. The Angels have lost 2 of their last 3 to Texas and have lost 7 of 9 to the Rangers this year. Texas in first place. They're taking on Seattle tonight. Scott Feldman against Garrett Olson.
These guys at the top of their order, they can go deep. Damon's pretty impressive with a .263 average against lefties. And he's got 3 homers, so he'll handle change-ups, breaking balls, anything out over, he'll try to pull him to right field.
In the last 2 starts, Joe Saunders has allowed 14 runs in just 9 innings. And that was starts against Texas and Baltimore. Commanded the fastball and commanded the count, Mike Scioscia said would be key. He had Damon down 0-2. Now it's full 3-2. And Jeter's going. The pitch is chopped foul. Torrey Hunter, we told you about the problem he has with an adductor pull. Out 3 to 4 weeks. Mike Scioscia told us before the ball game he is eligible to come off the DL July 22nd, but that looks like it will definitely be out.
Okay, they're playing Johnny Damon to pull. You can see Matthews is over here, but man, that leaves a lot of traveling lane up through here. 3-2 count. Morales, he plays off the base when left-handers are on the mound. That's Mike Scioscia's thing. He likes to give that first baseman a little extra room on a ball against a lefty, a left-handed batter. He can come off and have some more range.
Jeter goes. Pitch is taken high. Ball 4. Not a good start for Saunders, particularly after he had Damon down 0-2. And here comes Teixeira.
Batting third, number 25, first baseman Mark Teixeira.
But I'll say this: he is a quality guy, Rex, and a guy who wanted to play for the Yankees.
Yep, there's nothing wrong with that. At least he's got a uniform on, and he's making some big dough because he's got some skills. Right-handed, he's a .341 hitter with 5 homers off of lefties, man. He's going to be tough. Sando better keep her down. Best case scenario is a ground ball double play right here. Worst case is a 3-run homer, and it's been happening a lot with Saunders early.
A ground ball struck to Figgins. He goes to second for 1. That's all the way. Saved at first base, Mark Teixeira, but Saunders does record his first out.
Hey, now that'll work. Good try. Figgins really ranged far to his left to get that one. Got it out. Got one for sure. Asturis couldn't quite get the grip as Johnny Damon slid pretty hard into second base, but it's a good try. Figgins got great range. Gets rid of it. Meiser couldn't quite get the grip because of the hard slide, and that took him and get the double play. But there's one out here. Still are in a double play situation.
Alex Rodriguez, the batter. 14 big flies this year and 567 in his career, 11th most all time. He needs 2 more to tie Rafael Palmeiro. And this is a guy who spent the first 6 weeks of the season on the DL because of a hip problem. And lately we're talking about giving him a day of rest every single week because it's still not 100% in that hip area.
Yeah, he only missed 28 games.
Outside.
But, you know, he'll have to be careful. This guy, he has more home runs against the Angels than any other active player versus another team. 62 big flies against the Halos, not to mention a .328 average.
I think you and I have seen all of them.
Yep, and I even saw a few of them earlier as a player for the Angels in '96. He was a young player with Seattle.
That'll get out of play. But he's a guy from Miami, Florida, who grew up in the Seattle organization, had some absolutely brilliant seasons with the Texas Rangers, and then, of course, moved on to the New York Yankees, signing a huge deal with the Yanks. And then, of course, the hip problems this year set him back. Really, right now, in a great stretch of his career, 33 years old. Saunders still has a double play opportunity. Pushes him off the plate at 3-1.
It looks like Saunders' velocity's up there now. Jeter's at third and Teixeira's at first. 3-1 count. He likes that ball. Anything out over the plate, whether it's belt high or ankle high, anywhere in that area, he's going to take a good pass at.
Swing and a miss. The count's full 3-2, and Joe tested with a fastball and good velocity at 93 miles an hour.
A little bit out of the zone. But also, one of the things that, as you see Swisher on deck, that Saunders wants to work on, and that's his tempo. His tempo in his last 2 starts has not been good. Too much time in between pitches. Mike Butcher said he told him to kind of pick it up a little bit out there. Sinker ball, you want to keep your defense ready.
That's a gapper right center field. It will score at least 1. Matthews gets to it as quickly as possible and sends it back to the infield. And Alex Rodriguez with a double makes it 1-0 New York.
7th double for Alex. That was a fastball in on him. It just tied him up some, but he had a strong enough guy to flare that out there. It almost got to the wall, but hit it right where they weren't. Fastball up. Saunders wants to stop the bleeding quickly if he can here.
This is a New York team that came in red hot. They just swept the Minnesota Twins. They now take on the Angels without Hunter, without Vlad Guerrero. And the Yankees on their best run of the year, winning 13 of their last 15 to tie the Boston Red Sox. Over that time, Boston's gone 8-7. But this New York team, in those 15 games, Rex, are averaging 6.5 runs per game, and they're allowing the opposition just 3.7. Joe Girardi says it's the most consistent they've been this year.
No, this is a run-scoring machine, and they do it with the long ball and the power.
A base hit left field. This should score 2. Rivera's going to bring the throw home, and it's a good one. Safe at the plate as Alex Rodriguez. 3-0 New York.
Yeah, if it's on the other side of the plate, they might have got him. And Mathis, he took the throw on the right, on the first base line. That's where Juan didn't want to make it. Now, Juan's got 5 outfield assists this year. He's got a great arm. He would have had another one here had he put it on the mark. They had him by a mile. Swisher comes through with a lousy single. Alex does a good job of getting there, and Mathis actually forgot something.
So New York up early on the Angels, and they have been absolutely incredible. The Yankees have not trailed in their last 67 innings of play on the road. That's a stretch that follows Joe Girardi's 6th inning ejection on June 24th at Atlanta. They started the current 8-game winning streak.
This is Saunders just in the first inning in his last 2 starts has 0 confidence at all. I don't know if he's going through a little dead arm stage or what, but he didn't have that same kind of confidence, and he's not pitching with the same kind of authority. The Angels will have to try to come back and win another one. It's hard to place the opportunity to come back on a team like the Yankees.
And Cano goes up to the first pitch and sends it to center field. Matthews is there. That's the 2nd out. Hard to have confidence when you keep up giving up runs. 3 runs in the first inning. Joe's last start gave up a home run to Brian Roberts on the first pitch of the game.
First pitch of the game here, spun his cap right back up the middle. Jeter did.
Joe's first start against the Texas Rangers, Ian Kinsler, leadoff home run. 2 batters later, Marlon Byrd, 2-run home run. So it has been early troubles for Joe. And that's why, I know there's a lot of talk, Rex, about Hunter and Vlad Guerrero. But unless Saunders, Santana, and Lackey pitch well, the Angels won't have a chance in the American League West of staying with Seattle or Texas. They must pitch well to win.
You're right. Offense is not a concern for Scioscia. It's the guys that are delivering the ball on the bump.
That's a foul ball just barely, but struck well by Melky Cabrera.
Yeah, we're going to show you those leadoff home runs. This is all in the first inning. This is in Arlington when they just really tore him up. Okay, first batter of the game. And then here's Roberts' first pitch of the game.
3 runs on 3 hits tonight in the first inning. Joe against the Yankees and Melky Cabrera. And that's in the dirt, blocked nicely by Jeff Mathis.
I mentioned it The Yankees, they're hitting 292 against lefties. That's a nice mark. Anything over 280 is good. They're crushing them, and they're 17-9. So when I looked at those stats, I said, oh, the way Saunders has been going, it could be another long night for the Angels.
He's going to have to battle and find a way of keeping his club in it. There's a ground ball short. Aybar gets the force. Inning is over, but not before New York gets 3 on the Angels' best lefty. The Yankees have jumped on Joe Saunders early to take a 3-0 lead. The Angels at 46-37, a half game back of Texas. And here's a look at the Angels batting order brought to you by AM/PM. Sean Figgins, then Meiser Turris, Abreu, Rivera, Morales. Mike Napoli will be the DH. It's his 10th start doing that this year. Matthews, Mathis, and Aybar going up against Justin Lewis Chamberlain, better known as Jabba Chamberlain.
Okay, Jabba Chamberlain, he's had some first inning difficulties as well as Saunders. Nothing as drastic as Joe's, but in the first inning, he's got a 6.32 ERA. So he wants to try to get through the first inning as smoothly as possible, and he does that with his low to mid 90s fastball. He's going to move that. He's got a straight one with his 4-seamer and a little 2-seamer. He's got a curveball, and his best pitch is his slider. That's his out pitch. He has a changeup that he's not real comfortable with, but remember, this guy has had a lot of action as a reliever, and he throws upper 90s as a reliever and slider. Those are only 2 pitches. As a starter, he'll mix in occasional curve and once in a while a changeup, but mainly fastball slider.
Well, just with the numbers you were talking about, it sounds like he's been having the same kind of troubles as Joe Saunders. Last 2 starts, he's allowed 11 runs in just 9 innings. He's facing Sean Figgins, one of the top hitters in the game, leading the American League in runs scored with 63. And I thought it was an absolute shame today when the Angels did not have Torrey Hunter available for the All-Star game because of his injury. Major League Baseball selected Nelson Cruz over Sean Figgins, and Cruz is having a good year. Figgins is having a great year.
Yeah. Horrible decision. Nothing against Nelson Cruz. I'm happy for him that he gets to go, but he didn't even play in 2 of the 3 games here this past weekend. Ron Washington, he wasn't good enough to play in big games, but he gets chosen for the All-Star team after one of our Angels can't play, and Figgins is available to help.
In there, strike 3 called, so Sean is out, and Chamberlain gets a first strikeout looking.
Okay, defending behind Jabba. Got pretty good speed in center. Melky does a good job. Damon slowed down a little bit in left field. Swisher's an adequate right fielder. Okay, Cano and Ransom. Ransom's starting in the place of Jeter tonight. He's a pretty decent defender, and they're just 1 place behind the Angels in fielding. They're 4th this year with 44 errors made. The Angels have made just 42. But it's a very good defensive team. They make the plays that are right at them.
Jeter the DH tonight. Ransom the shortstop. Meiser Turris takes a pitch high, so it's a 1-1 count. And there's Jorge Posada. He's just as much of a captain. He's a one-hopper to Robinson Cano. Turris is out. Posada is just as much of a captain as Derek Jeter is, both of them with tremendous leadership.
There's no question about it. They've got the mileage in the games to prove it. You know, they're actually Saunders. He's dodging Posada and Matsui. Last 7 games, Posada's been hitting .455 and Matsui .421. So those are 2 guys that aren't even in the lineup that have are having some good games here lately.
Joe right now just has to keep the Angels in it. They have been a come from behind team. 3 of their last 4 wins have been in come from behind fashion, trailing 4-0 twice to Baltimore and winning, trailing 2-0 to Texas and winning. Fastball in there by Java to his former teammate Bobby Abreu. Abreu with the Yankees from 2006, where he's acquired from Philadelphia middle of the year through last season. And Bobby sends it to left field. There's Johnny Damon. He'll take care of it, and a 1-2-3 first inning for Java Chamberlain.
Count, and when you're behind the count, you got to go in there and catch more of the plate. And so, I mean, basically, Joe's got to go out there to start establishing, whether it's a fastball or breaking ball early in the count for a strike. And when he does, he's got to be able to put hitters away once he gets ahead.
That's right. Listen to the ace mechanic. He'll help you through it.
Joe Saunders didn't have a problem controlling the count in the first inning, but he had a problem of finishing guys off. Classic example was his at bat with Johnny Damon. Gets ahead 0-2 and then walks him.
Yep. Command issues early. But right now he's backs against the wall already, 3-0. He just wants to get back in his game a little bit.
Cody Ransom pops one up right side. Myceris Turris backing up, makes the catch for the first out. So he has Cody Ransom, then Jose Molina. These are hitters 8, 9, and then back to the top of the order, and Derek Jeter. Great crowd on hand here at the Big A. Game 1 of this 3-game series. Tomorrow afternoon, Andy Pettit against Jared Weaver. Sunday, Sabathia and Lackey. And there is a fastball that misses outside. Jose Molina just coming off the DL recently. He missed the entire month of June because of a quad problem.
Yeah, but he's excited to get that start back here at this crowd where he played for a long time.
2001 through 2007, he and his brother Benji enjoyed that World Championship year together in 2002, knocking off the Yankees in the playoffs. It's a fastball that misses inside. Angels won that playoff in 4 games. They lost game 1 in New York and then won the next 3. Out of play.
Jose's been a nice addition to this team with Jorge Posada getting most of the reps and getting up there in age a little bit. Jose's been a nice buffer. You can go to him. He's very good catch and throw guy. Solid backup. He's going to hit you 220, 230 off the bench. He's going to hit a few homers. So he's been very good for the Yankees.
He's hitting 273 this year, and his one home run was a grand slam.
The only one the Yankees have had all year.
The Angels are the only team without a grand slam this year. Trying to finish off Jose Molina here in the second inning. Angels gave up 3 in the first on 3 hits. Big hit by Nick Swisher to score 2. Joe's already thrown 30 pitches. 22 came in the first inning.
First inning jitters settle down after.
Full count to Jose Molina, 3-2. This is a very patient team. They are first in the American League in walks, first in on-base percentage. They have 87 more walks than the Angels. They've always been a patient hitting team. Ground ball, base hit up the middle.
Saunders not being overpowering, so he has a difficult time if his change of speeds is not working and he's not located. He's going to get hit. He will show you. He comes up. He's got a nice little break point between his knee and his glove hand. When they break, coming down, good smooth, staying on top. That's important with a sinker ball. It looks like he threw a changeup on that pitch. That's brought to you by Howard's.
Jeter went after the first pitch and lined it right over the head of Joe Saunders for a base hit. He would come around to score the team's first run. And there is a fastball in there. Strike 1. Remember that great game that Joe had against the Kansas City Royals with Zach Greinke?
Yes.
His first 16 pitches of the ball game were fastballs, and of his first 41 pitches, 35 were fastballs and 30 were strikes.
Maybe he's lost a little confidence in that because he doesn't have, that extra hair on his fastball like he did earlier in the season. Might be tiring out a little bit here, but he's not confident with that pitch, or he'd be using that more often.
It appears that his velocity is back after the last couple of starts.
Looks good. He's just going to locate better. He's out over the plate with everything.
And then he aired that one out.
Nothing wrong with that. And he's going to have to back some hitters off the plate. Can't keep giving home runs to righties at the pace he's been giving them. 18 to right-handed batters.
I just wonder if that last pitch will set up either a two-seamer or a changeup away, and that's the pitch that gets Joe a lot of double plays. Coming inside, and Derek fouls it out of play.
Jeter has grounded into 9 double plays this year. He's an inside-out swinger. They try to pound him in lots of times with that fastball to make him pull the ball, but he still has a way to keep his hands inside the ball. This guy's one of the best players of his generation.
On Tuesday, he will be playing in his 10th All-Star game. He received the most votes this year, almost 5 million. Ground ball, that's foul ball. Jeter with 4,851,889 votes, more than any other American leaguer. And it came at a time where he got a lot of those votes late. And that's when the Yankees started building and crawling back against the Boston Red Sox. Figgins got snubbed. He is very deserving, should be an All-Star this year, leading the American League in runs scored, on pace for over 120 runs. And playing Gold Glove defense. Well, that'll back him off.
That's what I'm talking about. But you can't back guys off unless you're ahead in the count. This is good. Great to see that. He not only backed him off, he made him get out of the batter's box. When guys are in grooves and they're out over the plate, they're comfortable. You got to move them.
And then he got it in on his hands on that curveball, fouled off, and the count stays 2-2. Goes back to that comment that we've been talking about this week. Nolan Ryan talking with Tony Gwynn about the 2 left-handers that were tough in his era, Steve Carlton and Randy Johnson, and he said, "Oh, Carlton didn't bother me because he tried to get me out of the way, but Randy, I never knew if he was coming up and in and going after me."
In the meantime, Jeter is taxing Saunders' pitch count. Next pitch coming is the 9th one. Still with 1 out. He's got time. I don't think Jose Molina's going anywhere over there at first base. Just keep this pitch down here. Can't afford to walk anybody else either, so you got to throw him a strike.
3-2. Mike Butcher trying to get 3 of his starting pitchers back on beam. Santana, Saunders, Lackey have all struggled in recent starts. The only sure thing recently has been Jared Weaver, and Weaver very deserving of going to an all-star game with 9 wins. Was not selected. And that ball whacked into left field, and it will drop for a base hit. So first and second with 1 out. What an at-bat by Derek Jeter.
Wins it on the 10th at-bat. Now that was the 4th 3-2 count that Saunders has had early in this game. So there's one of the reasons the 42 pitches has been thrown. But Jeter wins that with a good solid single with some top spin on the ball. Ball was located down low, but a good piece of hit, and he made him pull it. Juan Rivera, oh man, he made a nice little ole with his glove, or if that ball gets by him, Molina scores. Saunders living on the edge.
New York so tough offensively. Johnny Damon. Well, Saunders wanted that one. First pitch curveball barely missed. He had Damon down 0-2 and then walked him in the first inning. Guy, a veteran, he's been struggling at the plate, just 3 for his last 25. He'll be tough to double. He has good speed. It's that fastball on the inside corner. Johnny now 35 years of age. Out of Orlando, Florida. He's played for Kansas City, Oakland. He's now with the Boston Red Sox. Won a world championship. Then came across to play for New York. The 1-1. Just missing outside.
Man, those are good pitches. Saunders wants them.
A ground ball up the middle. Aybar can't reach it. Molina's going to come around to score. Matthews brings the throw into second base. It's 4-0 New York.
Just can't keep the ball in the middle of the plate. He's not getting them to swing at pitches that are just off the plate and down. A walk now and a knock for Johnny Damon with an RBI attached to it. Aybar almost got that. He was playing Johnny Damon the right way, but just hit it too hard.
3 in the first, 1 in the second.
Texas looking for a cookie out over, and he knows what to do with it. Angel fans, they got to see a real pro hitter from both sides of the plate last year for 2 months.
And New York knows that Joe's confidence is not there, and they're like feasting on it. Catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Teixeira had a slow start. Things looked miserable in the month of April, but as soon as Alex Rodriguez got healthy, gave Mark a little protection, he took off. His numbers are outstanding with Rodriguez hitting behind him.
Yeah, he's just a very disciplined hitter.
Another strike, this time on the inside corner. It's a 1-2 count.
Okay, that's a good spot. And I had him going, whoa, wait a minute. Ball was inside, but just caught the corner inside.
Ooh, where did that miss?
Pretty good spot. Joe just needs to keep his cool out there and keep his composure. Just go ahead and keep the tempo working good and try to get through this inning here. Quick tempo is going to help.
I don't know where that missed.
I don't either. CB's missed a few tonight.
Top foul. And our Firestone leaderboard about home run hitters. Carlos Pena of Tampa Bay leads everybody in the American League with 23, but right behind is Tex, Morneau, and Branyan. Russell Branyan, how about that with 21 home runs?
What a year he's having. Seattle's doing something this year.
And Carlos Pena went deep, so he's got 24. Next pitch, the 30th this inning, and Joe has only gotten one man out. Saunders goes to second, gets the force there. They will not get the double play. Jeter wanders down the third base line as the ball rolls away. 2 outs now.
Yeah, tough feed. That's a tough throw for any infielder to have to handle. That was down around the slider, so it kind of hung out Meiser Asturis. Saunders kind of took a little bit of time. Okay, took a little bit of time, but you just want to throw that ball over the plate somewhere. I mean, over the base, and hopefully it's up and elevated, because that nearly got Asturis hurt. Johnny Damon's is a guy who slides hard into the bases.
Angels taking on the hottest team in baseball. Minnesota had been playing well. New York went in there and swept the Twins. Pushed them all the way to third place in the American League Central. Rodriguez swings at the first pitch, so Joe does not throw him a fastball, and a swing and a miss, strike one. A-Rod doubled his last time and drove in a run, his 46th of the year. And remember, fans, that's since he came off the DL in early May, and he already has 46 RBIs.
Mike Butcher, I had a meeting with him this morning or this afternoon here, and he said, you know, our pitchers, they've got to be able to pitch to contact instead of pitching away from contact. They've got to be, you know these guys can swing the bat, but you got to be confident. You got to be convicting with your location and your change of speed. You got to be ready. But keep the ball down. There's a hanging curve. That was a nice pitch there.
I remember that old Sandy Koufax line where he said, I became a better pitcher and a strikeout pitcher when I tried to make the hitters hit the baseball rather than try to make them swing and miss.
That's what Butchie's talking about, saying, look, you know they're going to swing, but don't be afraid of that.
Well, he backed him off the plate. That's 2 times in this inning where Joe's come inside with a favorable count.
Didn't work with Jeter.
Well, you got to keep doing it, though.
No question. Guys are really comfortable in there.
In the air, right side, but out of play, and they'll try it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Saunders has already thrown 57 pitches. Obviously, he's not staring in the face of a complete game. Java Chamberlain, meantime, has thrown only 9 pitches to get his 3 outs in the first inning. Plenty of time to go. Sure knows he's got to grind it out. Doesn't have his best command, best stuff yet. But if he can keep the club in it and allow the Angels an opportunity to come back. He struck him out. And it's a good off-speed pitch. 1 run in the inning. 4-0 New York. Yankees lead the Angels early 4-0. Let's check the buy.com American League West standings. The Angels behind Texas for first place just by a half game. And the Mariners, they've been playing great baseball of late. And they beat the Rangers last night. Performance by Felix Hernandez that was according to his recent history, and he has been remarkable. Gave up 1 run in 8 innings, and Seattle rallied on a 3-run home run by Franklin Gutierrez off of C.J. Wilson late in that game.
Now they're up 2-1 in the third now on the Rangers.
Seattle leading in the third up at Safeco. Here we go to the second inning of play for the Angels. Juan Rivera, former Yankee, then Kendry Morales and Mike Napoli.
See if the Angels offense can try to get in the game here. Chavez looking like he's mixing a few. He's not just coming out with that fastball like he normally does. He knows Juan's been swinging a great bat.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Now his batting average is .313. He's creeping up there. He's 9th in the American League and out of 10 in batting. .313 average.
Playing every day now. And the Angels really need him. It's a 2-2 count. Juan thought it was inside because of the injury suffered by Torrey Hunter, an adductor strained in his right side. Vlad Guerrero strained muscle behind his left knee. Vlad's already missed 38 games to the DL. Finally finding a little rhythm, and then he gets hurt again. 3 to 4 weeks, both will be gone. Here's the pitch, swung on, sent to center field. That's a base hit. So Juan Rivera is the Angels' first base runner and starts the second inning well. Angel fans, be a part of history on Thursday, July 23rd, as the Halos unveil the official 2010 All-Star Game logo. In addition to the unveiling, fans can purchase official 2010 All-Star Game apparel at any of the Angel Stadium merchandise locations. You won't want to miss out on this historic night, so log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets today. That's right.
It's going to be awesome.
Midsummer Classic coming to the Big A next year. Here is Kendry Morales, and he takes a fastball, strike 1. Morales hitting .283 with 14 home runs. And he's been playing very well with a 13-game streak. And he seems to be getting it his first at bat, adding to that streak.
Yep. Most of these Angel batters tonight have only faced Chamberlain 1 time, because when he was a reliever is when most of that happened. Now Morales is 1 for 1, but they haven't really seen a lot of job as a starter, so they kind of want to see as many pitches as they possibly can. If he's anything like he was in his last start, he threw a lot of pitches early. Teams were taxing him, fouling off some balls. But so far in this one, he's making contact.
Morales skies it in the air left side for Damon. 1 out. He only lasted 3 2/3 innings. Didn't receive the decision in a 10-8 victory. They made a marvelous comeback in the Toronto Blue Jays, but Chamberlain didn't help them out by giving up 8 runs in 3 2/3 innings.
The Yankees are 11-5 during Chamberlain's start, so they win. And most of them are come from behind wins, as he gives up a few early, and the offense to the rescue, like we've seen the Angels in the past week. The games they have won, they've come from behind it.
Mike Napoli. That ball gets away, and Rivera picked it up nicely and makes it successfully to second base.
Okay, way to advance. That's looking to advance on a ball in the dirt. Nice job by Juan Rivera. You got to play the game just right to beat the Yankees, and to be able to come back from them, they got to do all the little things right. You're gonna have to get some big hits and maybe a big fly or two to help put some quick runs on the board. Good reaction.
Napoli certainly has the ability to do that. He has good power, 10 home runs this year, and he is in the designated hitter role. That's why the Angels recalled Bobby Wilson from the minor leagues, because Mike Scioscia is going to have Napoli, I'm sure, as the designated hitter a lot, and they need a backup as catcher for Jeff Mathis.
Yep, that's good. Bobby Wilson, well qualified to come up here and catch.
Angels also called up Brandon Wood. Rivera gets back in time, and Wood was hitting .313 with 17 home runs and 52 RBIs down at Salt Lake, and that was just in 70 games. 52 RBIs in 70 games is pretty good.
Nope, but it's going to be a little more of the same. He's not going to, get that regular starting job, but he will get to play. Socha put him in there, and you hope that he gets hot right away, and then Socha has to keep him in the lineup.
You think he could see some at-bats against the lefties Pettit and Sabathia the next 2 days?
Very possible he'll put him in there. He might want to spell Figgy a game, or he could play. Socha said first base, shortstop, or third would be Wood spots.
And Kendry Morales is having a tough time against left-handed pitchers, batting from the right side.
Well, it's only because he has limited at-bats. He's just got 58 at-bats right-handed. I asked Mike before the game, Mike, how are you going to develop Morales from the right side? He says, I'm going to play him. I said, well, that's important, that you do, because that's the only reason he hasn't gotten his right-handed bat going. But there's a walk there. Look for a big hit from Matthews. He could make a nice statement in his first AB here.
Jabba Chamberlain.
Morales has done a nice job. He's really been potent from the left side, and he's going to be from the right side. And Socha agreed with me when I said Morales told me he's got more power from the right side. Socha says he's a strong man, Hud. I don't doubt it one bit. He just needs to get some playing time.
Another strong man at the plate, Gary Matthews Jr. He has been sitting on 999 hits. Would love to get number 1,000 against the Yankees,
especially with a ribby attached to it.
Rivera and Napoli on. One out. Outside.
Yeah, that's a little two-seam fastball. He's got a four-seam fastball. We've seen a few curves, but his slider is really his out pitch when he's got two strikes on a bat. Don't see the changeup that often.
Came up in 2007. We saw the bottom drop out of that pitch so often. And Chamberlain put together a great end of 2007 season when he was an August call-up. Fastball that reached the upper 90s, and then that kind of hook. Here's the pitch, another one. This time Gary doesn't chase, and the count goes to 2-2.
Okay, Chamberlain, he's given up 5 home runs to left-handed batters and a .257 average. Righties have hit him at .293 with 6 homers, so he definitely is not missing some bats. Jose Molina calls a great game. Very good with the transfer from glove to hand on the throws.
Well, he had Dino Evo leaping out of the way of that foul ball that was slashed down the left side. Gary Matthews Jr. will have his opportunity to play a lot. He wants to show Mike Socha that he can put up good numbers with Torrey Hunter sidelined 3 to 4 weeks.
And it's a great opportunity for him. Trade deadline coming up, 31st of this month. He's got a chance to play a little bit now and maybe increase his value.
Breaking ball again, struck foul. Oh, that's a good one. That's a hard breaking ball at 84 miles an hour.
Comes straight down. Matthews did a pretty good job though, just getting a bat on, getting a piece of that, or he might have been called out looking. 2-strike approach right here. Howard's X mode will show you. Just says, oh, okay, just a piece of it till you get the cookie.
It's full 3-2, and now he can look strictly a fastball.
You would think, but Java might try to mix in a changeup or a curve, but it's early in the game here. He's got a 4-0 lead. Go ahead and challenge him. You would expect that here.
The next pitch by Chamberlain to Gary Matthews will be the 8th. 2 on, 1 out. Back up the middle. That's base hit number 1,000 for Gary. coming around. Juan Rivera, the throw home cutoff, and the Angels are on the scoreboard.
Hey, nice job and congratulations on that 1,000th hit there with a stake attached to it. That's nice. Way to go, Junior. Hope you get 1,300 more to pass your dad. Juan Rivera checks in. He got a base hit.
Good at bat by Gary Matthews Jr. 8 pitches, and on the 8th one.
Yeah, that's quality first at bat. You kidding me? You see that many pitches from a guy you haven't faced before. Now, when Junior comes up again, he's going to be in another good situation because he's already seen all the pitches he's thrown.
Here is Jeff Mathis. Good breaking ball in there for strike one. Jeff put together one of the better at-bats this week on Monday against Texas. He didn't swing at a pitch from Kevin Millwood until the count was 3-2, and then got a fastball and lift off the 3-run.
And so Jabba, obviously, first 2 pitches breaking balls, know all about Mathis, even though his batting average isn't going to scare anybody at 198, but he certainly can hit with runners in scoring position, 314. The offense is in the game now.
Swings at the breaking ball. It's 1-2, and Chamberlain may not throw him a fastball in that strike zone.
See, now that was a good swing count there for Jabba. 1-1. Now it's 1-2. There's a lot he can do, but that's 3 breaking balls in a row. Mathis was guessing 2-0 fastball, or excuse me, 1-1. He was guessing for a heater. Still hasn't thrown him one.
There's a show me fastball at 96. As we said, we doubted any would be close to the strike zone.
But if they are, that's what hitters wait for. You've got to wait for that mistake. He's not perfect.
He strikes him out on the breaking ball, so Mathis is gone. That's the second out in the second inning. Once again, we'd like to say hello to the servicemen and women throughout the world representing the United States, and we have the Yankees and Angels game for you. It's going out to 177 countries and ships at sea. Thank you so much for your service.
No question. You're watching Eric Aybar here, bat the last Angel batter in the 9th and first time around.
Fastball low and in, ball 1. Aybar putting together a good homestand, 6 for his last 16. He's bumped that batting average up to 282. Still a young player, just 25 years of age.
He can really fly. 18 infield hits off of Aybar's bat means he doesn't have to hit it right at a defender. If he does, it's a foot race. Any chopper, any ball to the right or left of the defenders, they make it close because he can really fly. But he wants something clean, get through the infield if he's going to score an apple. Matthews at first, well-struck ball can score him too.
That's the biggest difference between the Angels and the New York Yankees offense. They get the 2-3 run home run. The Angels have to bunch their hits together to really get their 2-3 runs. Broken back ground ball up the middle. Cano gets it to Jeter in time, or excuse me, Ransom in time, and the inning is over. But the Angels score a run on 2 hits. celebrated by the fans. #1, Torrey Hunter robs Miguel Olivo of the Kansas City Royals as Spider-Man goes over the wall and wins the ball game. His 9th inning catch.
Ah, that was a special moment. Way to go, fans. Way to vote that as your #1. I got to agree with you. That guy can win games with his bat and his glove.
That would have tied the ball game. The Angels then got the final out and won that ball game. What a play by Torrey Hunter. Was selected to go to his 3rd All-Star game. Obviously will be unable to play because of the injury he suffered, but he was so proud to go his first time as an Angel. First 2 times, whereas a Minnesota Twin. Well, how about a little more greater efficiency by the 2 pitchers, because they threw 65 pitches in that 1 second inning. Joe Saunders coming out now. It's Nick Swisher, Robinson Cano, and Melky Cabrera. The ball just misses outside. Swisher with a great eye. He's walked a team high 53 times. Second base, as Torres has it. 1 out. Torrey Hunter, Brad Guerrero both out. Torrey Hunter, he's been slamming into walls. This was a great catch against Matt Kemp in the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Then in San Francisco, a fabulous play, but he smashes into the wall, attempting to make a catch. And then that check swing in Texas really hurt him again. And he's been playing in pain, he said, ever since that Dodger catch.
Well, he's been beat up a lot, no question. So I think that this is going to be a good thing for the Angels in the long run. Let him rest. Let him get himself back together again for a nice little run for the last 2.5 months of the season, and see where they are. But right now, first things first, they got to pitch.
You're exactly right. And Saunders had a rough first 2 innings, giving up 4 runs. Gets back inside on Robinson Cano.
Saunders hasn't had any problem with left-handed batters, just coming in with a 200 average against and only 2 homers. It's the righties who he's got to really focus on.
A lefty here and then a right-hander waiting in Melky Cabrera.
Cano hit .318 against Southpaw. He's got a pretty good mark. 5 homers.
He has put together a good year when you consider last year at this time he was only hitting .252, and a lot of people were talking about seeing him traded, but he's hitting .304 this year. Breaking ball misses.
Melky came in a little better shape this year. He came in and, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's Cano. Cano, there's Melky. He's on deck. But Cano came in better shape this year and a little bit more sense of urgency, and that's helped his game. Focus.
Ground ball first base. Kendry Morales records the out. So Joe Saunders gets the first 2 outs. Could Howie Kendrick be going through the same kind of struggles that Robinson Cano went through last year?
Yeah, but Robinson Cano, he played every single day. What Howie's problems the last couple of years have been is he hasn't been healthy. He's missed like 50 games in each shot that he's been on the DL. Hamstring problems, and so he hasn't really had a chance to fill out his game and stay healthy. This is the year he was counting on to do that, but he was having so many struggles early that they had to send him back to the minors.
Strike 1.
Saunders would love a 1-2-3 inning here.
You bet, particularly after he threw almost 60 pitches in the first 2 innings. That ball struck well down that left field line by Cabrera, but foul, so Joe has an 0-2 count. Mike Scioscia talks about it all the time. The most important part of the game, pitch execution, the pitcher-catcher relationship. In this case, Saunders with Mathis executing those pitches, because he said when you figure that catcher is involved in 150 plays where he has to make the right decision at the right time or get a struggling pitcher back on beam. Outside, 2-2. Melky's been Mr. Clutch this year. It seems like whenever he gets a hit, it's late and dramatic. The 2-2. Blooped into center field, and that stays up for Gary Matthews Jr. So Saunders bounces back to the good third after being roughed up in the first two. What's his real name? Bottom three we go. The Yankees with a 4-1 lead over the Angels. Jabba Chamberlain gave up a run in the second. Saunders settled down for a 1-2-3 third. And Sean Figgins will start things for the Angels. He struck out looking against Chamberlain his first time up. 7 hits on the homestand. Still has that batting average at .309 in the top 15 in the American League. Cooled just a bit for a 2-month stretch. He was outstanding. And he flips this one foul.
Yeah, he took a called third right down the middle fastball from Chamberlain in his first at bat. I think he wants to be on the aggressive side. He was just then.
And he sends that one towards second base, and Cano takes him on a line. 1 out. Hey fans, Angels baseball wants to give you a chance to sit in the Chevy suite seats located on the field next to third base, and a chance to win the all-new Chevy Camaro. Text Camaro to 31826 or go to angelsbaseball.com/Camaro for details and official rules. Standard rates apply. Chevy, the official ride of Angels baseball. Meiser is Turris, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1. There are those sweet seats.
Man, those are right on the field.
And they're just kind of pushed right up against that dugout. Center field. Base hit. So Meiser as Turris stays hot on this homestand, batting over .400 on this homestand against Baltimore and the Rangers, now the Yankees.
That's right, make him 11 for 26. Scorching. He just laid that one out there nicely. Let's see with 1 out here if Socha puts anything on between Asturis and Abreu here. You see him, he just reached out, slapped it.
So speed on. Good hitter up. The Angels could do some things with Bobby Abreu. New York knows him well. He hit .300 with 43 home runs and 243 RBIs in 2.5 years with the Yankees.
7 stolen bases for Meiser this year. He's been caught a couple times, but he could be off.
Angels got a good arm, though.
He sure does, but you know the Angels are going to have to pressure him some way, and their speed game has got to come into play in this series.
One and 0.
Yeah, they loved having him on the Yankee team, Abreu, but now they got to defend against him, and they're seeing what it's like. Every time up, this guy puts an A+ at bat on. He lined out to the left fielder in his last at bat. I mean, right on the screws, he hit one.
They throw behind. Meiser gets back in time. Teixeira saves it from going down the line.
And they all know about Jose Molina and how quick he is with that transfer from glove to hand. He's smooth. He'll throw to all bases.
All three Molina brothers playing in the major leagues. Benji with San Francisco, Yadier with St. Louis, and Jose with the New York Yankees. Two and one.
Yadier is a starter for the National League. All of them have World Series rings. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. Three brothers, all catchers, and let alone all three of them with the ring. That's what players play for. Congratulations.
And they credit their dad for teaching them so well. As Turris goes, Bobby swinging, drives at center field. Cabrera has it measured. He's out the ball and makes the catch. And as Turris must go back to first base. So two good at bats by Bobby Abreu, but picked the wrong part of the park.
That's what they'll need to get back in this here. They could use it anyway, especially with Juan stepping up. Turris was running on the pitch. They had a little something going. Now there's two outs.
When Juan Rivera came up with the Yankee organization, he signed with them at the age of 17. But he was always in the minor leagues because of who was in front of him. It was Paul O'Neill or Bernie Williams. And then later they would sign other players as well. And Juan Rivera finally got a chance in 2003 and played very well in the second half, but then was traded to the Montreal Expos. Spent a year there, and then of course traded to the Angels in the Jose Guillen deal that brought the Halos both Rivera and Turris. Juan now at the age of 30, really having a breakout year. He's had a marvelous first half.
Oh, I'll say they were patient with him. They knew what they had, though. The Angels. So did the Yankees. But, you know, at some point in time, when you're a young prospect, and Juan, he was with the Yankees for cups of coffee in 01, 2, and 3. But sometimes they'll use you for trade bait, and that's what happens sometimes with established players getting the majority of the reps up at the big league level. They trade their prospects off. Juan was one of them. He's carefully pitching to Juan Rivera here. Juan singled and scored the only Angel run in his first at bat.
Right back towards us.
Good, right on it. Fouled it straight back. That'll tell you you're on it. Jama came in with a 92-mile-an-hour heater.
Rivera had some quality at bats in that Tuesday game that the Angels lost to Texas, and belted two long home runs, both of them to left and left center. Swings and misses at a good off-speed pitch, and the count now evens at 2-2. Chamberlain's thrown 51 pitches, not yet through 3.
Fooled Juan on that one, but we've seen Juan hit some home runs on some sliders from some right-handers, and that's his pitch. That's his out pitch. If he leaves anything out over, he's got the power to shoot the gap anyway.
As Turris goes, the pitch is swung on and missed. Inning over. Angels get a base hit but do not score. 4-1 New York going to the fourth. Trivia time. We are getting close to that Midsummer Classic, the All-Star Game. Well, since it was established in 1962, which 3 All-Star Game MVPs went on to win a World Series in the same season? We will give you the answer later in the ball game, but one of the early All-Star Games in 1934, on this day in history, Rex, Carl Hubbell struck out Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, and Joe Cronin in succession. But the American League came back to win the All-Star Game 9-7 at the Polo Grounds. How would you like to have that to brag about later in life, that you struck out 5 straight future Hall of Famers in a row?
Yeah, that's bragging rights. You got to be good to do that.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Cody Ransom popped up his first time against the Angels lefty. Molina then singled and came around and scored their 4th run. If the foul, that'll get out of play. And Joe has the count 0-2. Saunders has retired 5 straight Yankees since the Damon base hit. That gave them a 4-0 lead. The Angels came back in the second with a run to make it 4-1.
Yeah, it looks like he might be settling down. That's a good pitch there. Now he's ahead of guy 0-2. That's good. Saunders needs to keep on that. Ransom, he's kind of a guy who's been around. He's been a Giant, came up with the Giants, had some cups of coffee for a few years for them, went to Houston in the National League for parts of the year, and then found a home here in New York.
And he's the guy who was the 3rd baseman for Alex Rodriguez when A-Rod was out in April with that hip injury.
Yeah, more of a 3rd baseman, but he's an adequate fill-in to give Jeter a day off at short here and there.
Cody now 33 from Mesa, Arizona. Went to the same college as Tim Salmon, Grand Canyon, Phoenix. Timmy's really helped out that program. Bought a new clubhouse and dugout. Helped out that school so much. The 2-2, a swing and a miss, and a good changeup thrown by Joe struck him out. Baseball's biggest stars go head-to-head in the summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2009 Major League Baseball All-Star Game, with President Barack Obama throwing out the first pitch during the Pepsi All-Star pregame show. Coverage begins Tuesday live from St. Louis at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on Fox. So Ransom strikes out, 2nd K for Joe tonight.
That's a nice sequence of pitches he threw.
Backed him off. We've seen that more from Joe tonight.
He's going to have to do it to stay successful. He's got a nice season going. He doesn't want to start going downhill now. He's got 8 wins. That ERA's on the rise at 4.44.
2-1. The Angels as a team, as a rotation, are 11th in the American League in starting pitching ERA of 4.75. And with the names like Lackey, Santana, Saunders, Weaver, you wouldn't expect that, but 2 have not been healthy. Here's a drive that Abreu will run down nicely in right center field for the 2nd out.
I'll say, good jump. Now there's another guy here that the All-Star break's going to do well for. He could use 3 days off. He's been playing a lot, doing a lot of running out there in the outfield. He got a good jump on this and takes a perfect route.
Seven straight retired by Saunders. Gave up 3 in the first and 1 in the second. Jeter got him twice with singles up the middle and to left field. And Derek has been their very best against lefties, and he does it again, knocking it down the right field line, and has himself 2 singles now and a double. He came in batting .440 against left-handers. That's improved.
And he's been doing it early. He looks for something early. He knows Saunders come in with the 2 guys ahead of him and threw him strike 1. So Jeter sits back there and he watches. He says, all right, I got a base hit first time up tonight on a first pitch fastball. I'll do it again. And he sliced it down that right field line.
Now Johnny Damon. New York's 1-2 batters have been on 5 times. Jeter 3 for 3. Damon 1 for 1 with a walk.
Damon starts with that open stance. He sees that pitch with both eyeballs. He comes in, he closes up that stance, and he's ready to hit. Guys are successful hitting this way. Johnny Damon's been doing this a lot in his career. He started out with the Royals. He was a slap and run artist, speed guy. That's all he did. Now as he's evolved, he's got to know what pitches he can handle, the homers and not. And usually you get a little bit more power as you grow up, get a little stronger, and a little more knowledge about the pitch selection and pitches that are yours and ones that aren't. So now when his legs are not quite what they used to be, his production with his bat is.
3 balls and 1 strike.
He's made a nice evolution in his game. He's really rounded out, and he's become a superstar and a world champion. Johnny Damon can be proud of his baseball career.
Popped him up left side. Should be no problem for Juan Rivera. And the run is there to make the catch, and Saunders gets out of the 4th inning jam. Question and answer. Since it was established in 1962, which 3 All-Star Game MVPs went on to win a World Series in the same season? And the answer is Frank Robinson in 1966, Dave Parker in 1977, and Derek Jeter of the Yankees in the year 2000. How about that? Boy, those are 3 great players. Frank, of course, won that Triple Crown. Derek Jeter, having a terrific season, had more votes than any other American leaguer, 4.8 million. Kendry Morales will lead things off against Jabba Chamberlain here in the 4th inning. And the fastball misses outside. Kendry popped up to left field his first time up, and he swings and lifts this one foul and out of play.
Yeah, going back to what Socha told me before the game about Morales, he says he's not a platoon player. He's not a guy who's only going to hit right-handed pitching. So that tells me that Socha is going to get him in there more regularly against lefties, like Pettit tomorrow. I would expect to see him in there.
The Angels certainly need someone to provide the power. Hunter and Vlad Guerrero both gone 3 to 4 weeks. That's a base hit to left field. He's got a 14-game hit streak.
Way to go, Morales, man. I tell you, in all these, he's been getting them in the first 2 at-bats of the night, so that's good. He can relax the rest of the time, keep that streak alive. Nice job. Make it 14-game hitting streak now. That's a career high. Nice stroke right here. Soft step right here with the foot. Hands come to follow. Stay inside it. Shot it right by Aybar.
Mike Napoli walked his last time up. But they may have pitched around him because when Mike was up, Juan Rivera was at first base. And then as Mike was at the plate, a wild pitch was thrown, so Rivera went to second base, and they kind of worked around Mike and eventually walked him. Gary Matthews Jr., though, would come up and punch a single to center field and plate Juan Rivera to give the Angels their only run of the night. That's in there.
2 in a row right there. Fastballs.
Teases him away. He has not shown him in this at bat that one curveball that's been so good for him. His strikeout pitch. He's struck out 3, struck out Juan Rivera on it, got Jeff Mathis on that curveball earlier. Looks like we'll see the breaker. Mike checks his swing. They don't appeal. So it's a 2-2 count.
That's a good spot for that breaker there. He almost got a swing and miss on that. It's a good spot.
All right, Jose.
Fastball in the corner.
Mike flips it foul back to the screen.
Stay alive. 2 strikes on anything close.
Texas has the lead over Seattle 4-2, bottom of the 5th inning. Rangers leading the Angels by a half game in the American League West. Angels have been able to catch the Rangers, who at one time had a 5.5 game lead back on May 30th. The 2-2. Back up the middle. A base hit for Mike Napoli. So a good start for the Angels in the 4th inning. And here's tonight's Land Rover extraordinary play. Gary Matthews Jr., his last at bat, base hit number 1,000 in his career.
That's right, in a 9-pitch at bat. It was a beauty, too. Way to go, Junior. Nice stroke. Way to check in. That's Land Rover.
And it was his dad, who played 16 years in the big leagues, who convinced him to turn things around as a senior in high school and hit from this side of the plate. And now that's his better. He has greater numbers from the left side.
You're going to have better numbers because the ball's breaking into you. The percentages are better. You're making contact on one coming into you than going away.
Tying run is at the plate. Gary with 2 home runs this year. A fastball in there for a strike. Chamberlain's now thrown 63 pitches, and he's just starting the 4th inning. Doesn't have an out. Foul. Now he's down to the count 0-2.
So now he'll go to protect it. Put that home run swing away for the time being. Just another single will keep this train rolling. The Angels are a frenzy hitting team. They score a lot of their runs by bunching singles and getting an occasional extra base hit.
1-2.
Plate discipline has improved by all Angels this year. Their on-base percentage is now 5th in the American League, which is excellent. They've always been down at the bottom in that category, but they're getting better.
Mickey Hatcher's mantra is put yourself in a fastball situation. Not this time, and it's a breaking ball that strikes out Gary.
Jama was looking around to his infielder saying, who am I working with now on the double play ball? Finally, he decided on Cano. Cano told him, me and you are working. So see, the pitcher has to know when the ball's hit to him who he's throwing to. It helps.
bunt by Jeff Mathis. Chamberlain up his 3rd game time. The runners do advance. So a big hit by Eric Aybar could pull the Angels to within 1.
Yeah, nice job. He didn't quite get it down the line. If he wants a base hit, he's got to make that third baseman come in and field it. Now, Chamberlain, he's not the most athletic off the mound getting bunts, but this was pretty routine. His inexperience of being out on that mound every day, I mean every 5th day, sometimes those little bunt plays will overexpose you at times. He's still a young pitcher.
It's the 2nd straight time that Eric Aybar has been up with 2 on base. Last time, Chamberlain threw a pitch that shattered Eric's bat, and he rolled out to 2nd base. There's a flare over the head and caught by Cano.
Oh, man, nice catch.
Another broken bat.
Right, just a game of inches, they call it. If that falls over his head, 2 runs likely will score. Cano, he makes that nice catch there. More savings and more doing is Home Depot. Go ahead and make that play, Cano. Hey, it's a little thing sometimes that help you win ball games, and that was a good one.
Joe Saunders trying to keep the Angels close, now must go through the teeth of the Yankees' power. Teixeira, Alex Rodriguez, and Nick Swisher. First pitch, strike 1. And Saunders, even though he's 2-1 in his last 5 starts, he has allowed the most home runs in the American League in that time with 10. And these guys really have tremendous power. Breaking ball that misses 1-1. Mark hit 13 when he was acquired by the Angels last year in 2 months. Before that trade deadline, the Angels dealt Casey Kochman and a minor league pitcher to Atlanta for Teixeira, and he immediately looked like the Angels' best hitter. And again, he was remarkable in the last 2 months, batting .358 with 13 home runs and 43 RBIs in 54 games. Signed a huge deal with the Yankees in the offseason. Ground ball. Figgins can't handle it. Aybar takes the baseball and throws to first base. What a play!
There you go, one strong arm to another. Sean Figgins, he did all he could to get to that ball. He slowed it down enough for Aybar to get it. Both those guys possess a strong throwing arm, and it was Aybar who didn't give up on it. Nice play. You don't give up on anything. Bare hands it, taps his glove, gets his feet there, and hoses him out, and Joe Saunders loves that. That's right. He says, I'll take it.
5-6-3. Not your everyday 5-6-3. And here is Alex Rodriguez, who is 1 for 2 with a double, an RBI, and strikeout.
Good, get me over curve. That's a nice pitch. You might just do it again.
In the air, center field, and deep. Matthews back at the wall. Gone! Home run, A-Rod, number 15.
Yeah, it wasn't a big slow curve, but it was a slider down, and that ball was down low. That was a good job of hitting there. No mistake by Saunders. A lot of guys just roll that ball over to the infielder. But that ball is hit by a pro. 19th home run now, given up to a right-handed batter by Saunders. Watch this replay. Watch where this ball is, folks. This is some kind of professional hitting here. Look at that. He even reached down a little bit. He reached down low and picked that ball up and drove it straight away. That's just all about strength.
Saunders has allowed the most home runs in the American League with 21. And A-Rod, that was 568. Puts him within 1 of 10th place. And Rafael Palmeiro, his former teammate with the Rangers. Ground ball short. Aybar surrounds it. 2 outs. I mean, that's one of those, I hate to say this, but you just tip your cap. You mean it's a good pitch and a great player hits it out.
Yeah, but Saunders is tired of tipping his cap. He's been doing it.
I didn't say that.
Too much regularity. But still, you're right. I mean, you know, there are times
they make a great pitch.
Yeah. So, you know, you just turn the page on that. Luckily, it was just a solo shot. Nobody was on base.
5-1 New York. Robinson Cano swings and drives it left center field. A long run for Gary. And this one's up against the wall. So 2 extra base hits in the 5th inning. 1 a home run by Alex. And now a double by Cano.
Now, that was a good job of waiting. He waited on it. The pitch was elevated a little, but to hit a breaking ball off a left-handed pitcher from a left-handed batter, you got to wait an extra click or two and then throw the hands, and he did. Junior had him played a shade to pull. That's the reason he couldn't get to that before it dropped. So they're going to put him on.
The intentional walk of Melky Cabrera to get to Cody Ransom. Just came off the DL recently because of a quad problem. He was in the 60-day DL. This has always been a good rivalry. This series goes the Angels' way from 1995. We talked about that in the open. And it's been such a good rivalry that not only a great respect shown by Mike Scioscia against the Yankees and the Yankees for Mike's ball club, but a respect for the fans. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, Craig Campbell, called me today, who's a fireman in Orange County, and he said they've got a big bet between the Orange County Fire Department Engine 58 against the New York Fire Department Engine 58. And those are the guys that they call their facility the Fire Factory, but they bet a New York cheesecake versus a California strawberry pie. That's the gamble between New York and Southern California. And we're hoping for the California strawberry pie staying in this area, and that you guys at Engine 58 in the Orange County Fire Department will be eating New York cheesecake for a series victory.
Pitching's got to keep that ball down so they can keep that mighty offense down a little bit here. Saunders is having a tough time.
Angels have Jason Bolger up in the pen because Joe's now thrown 102 pitches. This likely will be it because he threw so many in that first inning and second inning. He threw 58 pitches in the first 2 innings. Now he's falling behind Ransom. Staring in the face of loading the bases for Jose Molina.
Yeah, Mike Butcher says, whoa, 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 let me check it out here. Timeout. Let's go talk to Sando.
While we have the time, fans, the next Kids Run the Bases of 2009 takes place following this Sunday's game. Move to the front of the line with a Junior Angels Kids Club membership presented by Fox Sports West for just $18. Junior Angels Kids Club members receive first in line access for Kids Run the Bases, an exclusive Junior Angels white or pink mesh jersey, and much more. Log on to angelsbaseball.com and sign up to be a Junior Angels Kids Club member today. And by the way, you youngins out there, the Angels have this great camp here at the ballpark July 24th, a special baseball day camp at Angel Stadium. And the camp will take place from 9 a.m. until noon and will feature instruction from Angel coaches Mike Butcher and Steve Solis, as well as autographs from Angels first baseman Kendry Morales and pitcher Matt Palmer. Here's the 3-0, and it is taken for a strike. And cost for the day camp is $99 per camper and includes an Angels cap and 4 tickets to a future Angels home game.
Wow.
All proceeds will benefit the Angels RBI League. Just go to the website angelsrbileague.com to find out more.
So your kid can come to camp for $99, but you get 4 tickets to go along with it.
Exactly. And great instruction, and you get to meet a couple of halos. That ball hit in the air. Foul territory. Abreu will give it a look, but that's into the seats. So he fought back to run the count full 3-2. Angels still in it, down 5-1. Joe's got to make some quality pitches to keep the Angels in this. He gave up 4 in the first 2 innings, then settled down. Then Alex Rodriguez belted a home run here in the 5th. But double the intentional walk. Struck him out right down Catella Avenue. But Alex Rodriguez, heading towards the Hall of Fame, belted his 568 home run. Near in the top 10. Lead over the Angels. Jabba Chamberlain back to the hill. Throwing a lot of pitches through 468 pitches, but he got some help in that last top of the 5th inning when Alex Rodriguez belted a long home run. So he's doubled, he is homered, he's driven in 2. He now has 47 RBIs, and New York leads the Angels by 4. Sean Figgins will lead it off. He is struck out looking and lined out 0 for 2. Sean came in leading the American League in run score with 63. Dustin Pedroia, Brian Roberts, and Marco Scutaro are next at 62.
But that's the category you want to lead in if you're a leadoff batter. On base percentage, runs scored. Those are 2 big numbers. Sean Figgins is having a career year. Steal bases, he's 4th in the league.
Sean checks his swing. They appeal. He did not go. The count is 1-2. There's been a lot of talk in New York about Chamberlain. Should he be a starter or should he be a setup guy for Mariano Rivera? And it mainly comes out when he has bad starts like he did in his last outing. But then you see his stuff, and he does have a selection of pitches that a starter can go to and win with. emphasis here.
He's much different. He's going to throw upper 90s when he's a short guy out in a closing, or excuse me, in a setup role. He's going to throw harder. But now that he's stretched out a little bit, he's going to throw a little bit less velocity and bring in another pitch, and that's been his curve.
And the Yankees have not had great success. They have a solid starting rotation, but it has not been off the charts this year. Burnett, Sabathia, Pettit, Chamberlain, and Aceves. Chi-Min Wong is back on the DL. But they don't have one pitcher with an ERA under 3.7. And Burnett will get the call to start the second half, then go to CC Sabathia. Chamberlain's ERA is over 4 coming into this one. The 2-2 is sent foul.
Yep.
But the Yankees don't have an automatic 8th inning guy to set up Rivera this year, and that guy would do it.
Yeah, Jabba could place that role, but I think they're going to go ahead and leave him in there in the rotation at least through the season.
A flip towards left field. That's a base hit for Sean Figgins. Leadoff man is on for the second straight inning.
Hey, just chipping away. Base runners is what they need. A couple base runners like last inning, but somebody's got to come through with a big knock.
In that 4th inning, the Angels had a pair of hits, but then a strikeout by Matthews, a bunt thrown out by Jeff Mathis, and then Eric Aybar tried to dump one into right field, broke his bat, and a nice catch made by Robinson Cano for the final out. Here's Meiser as Turris, 1 for 2. The Angels have 6 hits, all of them singles. The Yankees have 9 hits and 4 of them extra base hits, 3 doubles and a home run. Figgy in the top 5 in stolen bases this year with 24. He's behind Carl Crawford by 20, who leads the American League with 44. One and 0.
It's exciting when Soje has his number 1 and 2 guys, and also Aybar down at the 9th spot. And you can really see the action figures go to work. These guys are spray type hitters. You saw how Figgins served out that last single out there, just kind of laid it out there, and then they let their legs take care of the rest of it. They go 1st to 3rd on singles more than anybody in baseball.
1 and 1.
It's an exciting brand they play. Dino Ebel, third base coach, says he'd like to have an ice bag on his arm from sending runners around third.
Do you think the Angels will be more inclined to run, to hit and run, to steal with Hunter and Vlad out?
I would think so. We're going to see more of the small ball come in, doing some of the little things that they did before the home run barrage started in the month of June.
Yeah, the Angels did put the power together in that month of June, and recently winning 17 of the last 25. Power has been a big reason why. Angels have 38 home runs over that 25-game stretch. And that was after the club total just 44 home runs over the first 58 games. They're still well back of the Rangers and the Yankees for power. I mean, the Angels with 82 home runs, New York with 126 and 127 with A-Rods. And I think, did Texas go deep twice tonight, you said?
So far. Laylock hit one, and then so did Michael Young.
So that gives them 2 more than the Yanks. Figgins goes. Throw by Molina. Safe. A steal for Sean, number 25.
Woo-wee, got in there good, but man, watch those feet get tangled up in them bases there. Be careful. Figgy, he overslid that. Don't want to catch a cleat or anything. That would really be tough for the Angels to lose him, but he had a lot going into this slide. Good jump. Molina's throw's not on the money if it's not on the bag. You see that front foot there? How the spikes went over the top of that base? Watch Figgy's front leg. That's how you twist an ankle big time. So you want to be careful of that. It was a good try. That was a tough slide, though. Good to see him in there.
Meiser took a mighty rip, but pops it up. Molina has a chance. Oh, man, and no advance on the swing by Meiser as Turris, 1 out.
tough, unproductive out there.
Saturday afternoons were made for baseball, and tomorrow Fox brings you the national game of the week as Mark Teixeira returns to Anaheim as he leads the Yankees against Sean Figgins and the Angels. Fox Saturday Baseball tomorrow at 1 only on Fox. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you at the Big Egg. Great crowd on hand, a sellout. All three will be well attended. Tomorrow is an afternoon game, and the same on Sunday. And then the Angels have the All-Star break and take up with Oakland and Kansas City after the break. Here's Bobby Abreu. Twice he struck the ball well, but twice he's flied out to left and to right center. To left center, I should say. That was on that drive to Melky Cabrera. Caught it at the wall.
Either way, he's been all over the ball tonight.
Two and a half very good years with New York. Ball gets away. Figgins didn't read it. May have been able to be safe at third base, but didn't want to take the chance.
Yeah, but unless you're ready to advance when that ball crosses the plate, and a ball like that only gets away about 10 feet, there's no way you can do it. It's already in scoring position. There's no need to run into an extra out, especially down by 4.
Chamberlain has now thrown 82 pitches, has just one out in the 5th inning, made a quality pitch to get Meiser on a 3-1 count to pop up to the catcher, Jose Molina.
Well, that was the 15th base stolen off of Java Chamberlain. I think he did got over there in scoring position.
Base hit left field. Figgins coming around to score, and the Angels back within 3.
There he is again. There's your automatic hit machine and run producer in Bobby Abreu. He's been fabulous. Since June 1st, he ranked 2nd in the American League with 31 doubles. Now make it 32. Or, excuse me, RBIs. Yeah, and he's been fabulous producing runs. Figgins, he got the job done. Esturris wasn't able to advance him, but he didn't need to. That's a good inside-out swing.
The Angels with 7 hits, all of them singles. Juan Rivera can provide the extra base power. He has 16 home runs this year to go with his 52 RBIs. He's singled and scored a run, 1 for 2. And he takes a rip at a first pitch breaking ball, was looking for the heater, didn't get it. Strike 1. He struck out Juan on a great breaking ball last time up. They've got to worry about Abreu, has 17 stolen bases this year. He does not go, and the pitch is outside, dropped by Molina. He stares at Abreu, and Bobby goes back to the bag.
He thought about swinging, but he held up just in time.
They've got Juan played the pull on the infield, pretty much straight up in the outfield. Boston won tonight, 1-0 over Kansas City. John Lester with another gem, won his 8th ball game. So the Yankees need to win to stay tied with the Red Sox for first place in the American League East. The Yankees have outplayed him to pull even. Another breaking ball, and it is 1-2.
Okay, he's definitely having some success with the off-speed pitches to Juan, so he'll probably keep him up. Now that's a rare changeup there. Looked like he changed speeds, and yet he didn't throw that changeup too often. That's a pickoff throw over. That's sign.
Bobby read it quickly. going over again.
Those signs are
like Chamberlain has that great a move.
No, he doesn't. You know, he's just throwing it over there. I mean, I think Socha should continue to put the pedal to the metal, especially in a situation like this, to stay out of a double play. Juan has hit into a few of those, but the success rate has been high against Chamberlain. He's kind of slow home.
So they're going to ask for a fastball away, and Bobby goes. The pitch is taken. Throw by Molina. Save with a steal. 2 stolen bases in the inning. The last one resulted in a run. That's stolen base number 19 for Abreu.
There you go, picking your spots. Bobby is. Expect him to go. You don't want to stay out of a double play, but he didn't peek back to the hitter, so that tells me he was trying to steal the base the whole way. Throws on the other side of the base, they might have gotten him. But this is how the Angels are going to stay in the game against these Yankees, is it stealing bases and playing little small ball. A little surprised that Asturis didn't make a productive out that last one, but he's only human. It's not automatic every time, but he's really good. And it didn't hurt him because Bobby knocked him in from second on a single. But you got to do the little things right to beat this team that scores averaging 7 runs per game.
During this hot streak, winning 13 of their last 15, they've been averaging close to 7 runs per game, like Rex said.
Yep.
And the Red Sox have been just 8-7. There's the breaking ball, popped up, foul territory, room for Molina. No. Still life for Juan at 3-2.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, Juan Rivera was talking to that one. He was saying, all right, get out, give me another chance. And there was almost a handful of Molina in that dugout suite.
Abreu in scoring position. Angels trailing by 3. We're in the 5th. Slow roll to third. Aybar checks the run. Throws wide. Safe at first base. And Juan Rivera tumbles across the bag and is slow in getting up. Oh, no.
It looked like he kind of lunged at the base there, that last little step. And when he hit first, it was a combination of tripping and not having his balance. But it looks like he's all right. Slow to get up. He's not going to have any assistance coming out. But Alex's throw pulled Teixeira off the base, and this is a good break. Oh, actually, it was Teixeira who tripped him. So watch him. He hits the base here, but watch Teixeira. Teixeira's foot or his glove tripped him. So he kind of went down, but that's going to be an error on Alex Rodriguez. His 7th error. Excuse me, his 5th.
Mike Socha and Rick Smith, Angels manager and trainer, started out and got all the way to the foul line. And as soon as they saw that he was all right, they turned around. They didn't want to go out there and find any more bad news because Hunter and Vlad Guerrero placed in the DL. And we found out today the result's not good. They'll be out 3 to 4 weeks. Here is Kendry Morales with a chance to swing and tie this game with one big fly. And he drives this to center. And that ball struck well. And that's the way back. And that's out of here. A home run that ties the game by Kendry Morales.
Wow, I'll say that's way up on the batter's eye. Tie game, 3-run homer just in time as the Angels are looking for a little bit of long ball. They get it again from Kendry Morales, he says, bam, bam, on his 15th home run this year.
Did you see how far that ball went?
Yes, I did, partner. Look, they didn't have too many of them land up there in that batter's eye. But the minute he swung, I put my hands up like that guy right there because that's a beauty. That's what it's going to take to keep them in the game now. Good pitching the rest of the way out.
Angels at one time down 4-0 and 5-1 have crawled back to tie the game.
That's right, Morales. There's a good level swing. He knew that. That was a no-doubter. He's got tremendous power.
The Angels with 1 in the 2nd and 4 so far in the 5th. Morales with home run number 15. Mike Napoli with a bolt to left center. That will roll to the wall, and Napoli's at second base. The last three starts for Jabba Chamberlain have been a struggle. Well, he battled through four, but now falling apart in the fifth inning, and out comes Joe Girardi, and we may see a move right here.
We are, but I'll tell you what, way to make the error by Alex Rodriguez hurt. One swing of the bat's got the Angels back in it, and Jabba's going to the showers.
We'll be right back. California Ford dealers and the new Ford Advantage plan. And by Jack in the Box. Get the big deal today for just $2.99 plus tax. Choose a chicken sandwich or cheeseburger with 2 tacos and a 20-ounce drink for a limited time only at Jack in the Box. 5-5 ball game. Whenever these two teams get together, there's a lot of action, and the Angels usually coming away with a victory. Well, it's time for our In-N-Out Burger. Who's in, who's out? Well, Jabba Chamberlain, the starting pitcher for New York, is out. And right now his line shows 5 runs and not even 5 innings. And the guy at second base, Mike Napoli, belongs to him. Coming out of the bullpen is the guy just called up today, Mark Melanson, from the minor leagues. He goes 6'2", 215. He's from Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and he played his college baseball at the University of Arizona. Mark Melanson. Mark's
going to have a fastball, 2-seamer and a 4-seamer. Big curveball. That's his main pitch. This is curve. 5th career game. He's young. Angels want to greet him warmly here with the runner at second base and 1 out. Angels have tied it up with that big 3-run homer. Mark Melanson is going to be on the gun. Now, whose bullpen's going to be better tonight? That's where it comes down to. New game. Saunders is off the hook. And Junior's got a chance for a second hit in RBI.
His first base hit was number 1,000 in his career. He has Mike Napoli in scoring position. The Angels have never led in the ball game. Joe Saunders went 5 and gave up 5 and knocked out of the ball game, or likely will be out of the ball game because he threw over 100 pitches through 5. He's come back inside with that fastball, and man, he can touch 95. Melanson set the Arizona school single season and career saves record. Also set a freshman team record with 29 appearances in 2004.
Yeah, he's got some good hair on that fastball. That's his 4-seamer. It's straight. I saw him in his warm-up pitches throwing some 2-seamers and a big curve. So when you're a guy with a power fastball like his and a curveball, that's all you really need. Junior down 0-2.
hit sharply, but right at the second baseman, Cano. He throws out Gary, but a very productive inning for the Angels. That's the second out. So he's got to face Jeff Mathis. So Matthews grounds out 4-3. The Angels with 4 runs in the inning on 4 hits, and also a big error by Alex Rodriguez. Napoli now 90 feet away, and you just wonder if by being at third base, would it take away that curveball that if it bounces in the dirt and gets away from Molina, Angels could take the lead.
Go ahead and look for that heater.
Ball 1. We saw Jeff turn on a good Kevin Millwood heater at 93 miles an hour, and he belted a 3-run home run that tied the game in Monday's win over the Texas Rangers. Inside, so it's 2-0, and now Jeff can really sit dead red. Rangers still leading the Mariners 4-2, bottom of the 7th inning at Safeco. He did go, and it's 2-1. Alonson was the Yankees' 9th round pick in 2006.
Mathis wants that fastball out over the plate. Doesn't have to put an A home run swing on it.
He just rolls that one to third. Aybar has it. Throws in time. Inning over. Kendry Morales, though, goes deep with a big fly. A 3-run smash that ties the game. Look how far this one goes to center field, fans.
Oh, Pilot to Bombardier open up. That's a long ways. Back to the Coors Light 6th inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light Pregame. Oh, man, look at that ball. That ball was down low. That's hit by a real pro. As he lifted that for his 15th home run, did Alex Rodriguez off of Joe Saunders, making 19 right-handed batters that Saunders has given up home runs to. That Pregame is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Oh, yes, it's better when it's cold. Chill you want to try it.
You always throw that little edge in at the end.
Hey,
Jason Bolger comes out of the pen.
We got to take care of the people who take care of us. It's beautiful. Bolger, let's go, Bolger. Come on now. Go ahead and work that good hard fastball. Let's see what you got. Now this is a pretty meaningful game. He's got a good hard heater, changeup, and a curveball. But his changeup is a new pitch that he's been working on with Mike Butcher, and it's giving the hitters a different look. Good power fastball.
Jose Molina, the batter, and Jose is singled and flied out to deep right center field where Bobby Abreu had to make a fine running catch. New York with 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 5th. The Angels with 1 in the second and 4 in the 5th. Now a 2-0 count. Jason's really been controlling the count recently, and the Angels bullpen has been a huge reason why they've been successful since June 12th, winning 17 of their last 25. The Pens ERA in that span is 3.00. A strike in there. 2-1 count, excuse me.
They've been doing a good job keeping steady, throwing strikes, getting ahead of hitters. And they've got the ability to finish guys, too. We've got some good hard throwers in Scioscia's pen.
Popped up foul, out of play. So Jason fights back to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It seems like Bolger has added the changeup. Jepson has added the slider or cutter, and both have been very important to their recent success.
That's right. You know what? And they already have 2 good pitches, 2+ pitches to offer, but sometimes you need a little bit more, especially when they've been getting on one of your 2 best pitches. Offense has been hitting those pitches.
Breaking ball in there, strike 3, and Bolger strikes out Jose Molina. In the open, Rex, we're talking about the Angels' success against the New York Yankees since 1995, 82 and 68. Joe Torre took over in 96, and the Angels have a best record of any American League team.
That's
How
right.
about that?
So maybe the Angels coming back like that told the Bronx Bombers, okay, here we go again. The Yankees know that no lead is safe, even without Torrey Hunter and Big Daddy Vladdy.
The Angels 14-5 their last 19 games versus New York at the Big A, and remember they knocked them out of the playoffs in 02 and 05.
Hey, if we're going all the way back to 95 and 96, those were my 2 years with the Angels, so I helped throw a couple W's against them Bombers.
I remember a moment at Yankee Stadium with you as a player, and I'll chronicle it after this pitch to Derek Jeter. The Angels did not play well in 1996 and were going through a horrible slump with Rex Hudler at the controls, and they were going through so bad we were trying to come up with an idea of how to talk about how you get out of slumps. We said, Rex, he'll talk to anybody. So we said, Rex, you had slumps on 3 different countries, Canada, the U.S., and Japan. How do you get out of it? And you told us a story about a Japanese player who taped a marble to his chest as a slump breaker. But you know what happened? Just to fast forward, the Angels beat the Yankees that day, and that was the year that the Yankees won a world championship.
You never know, but to tell you, slumps in any country is the same. You're not hitting, you're hanging with them. But you know, there's some things guys do to get out of slumps. They're all superstitious. They all want to be able to find that thing that's going to get them working.
Great pitch by Bolger, fouled off by Jeter, who's 3 for 3 tonight with a pair of singles and a double. You were the go-to guy. Whenever you had to have an interview, Rex Hudler was always ready.
Well, you know, hey, I rode the pine for 9 lots of times, but I was always ready for a quote or 2. Let's see if Bolge can finish off Jeter. Doing a good job locating his curveball. He's got a good one. Big bender.
And he punches it up the middle. Can you believe this guy tonight? 4 for 4 for Derek Jeter. Heading to his 10th All-Star game, and does he deserve it?
Okay, you know, when you're off balance sometimes, you know, you can just lean up, get out there and lean. Now, your backside, it might fly open a little bit. Okay, he's going to fly. He's off balance, but his head and hands were right on the outside part of the plate.
That's his 4th 4-hit game this year.
Certain hitters will use a toe tap, they call it, for their timing and rhythm. And that's just by stepping one time with their front foot. And we'll show you how Jeter does it. Okay, watch this foot right here. It's going to toe tap. You're going to touch once and then come up again. They call that the toe tap dance. He's a toe tapper. That's all for timing. Got to get some kind of momentum coming back. And that front foot really helps keep your balance if you're a hitter. Sammy Sosa was a good toe tapper. He toe tapped a lot when he was going good. And that's just a nice stroke there off balance.
Foul. Angels trailed 4-0 and 5-1. They climb back to tie it up on Kendry Morales' 3-run home run in the 5th inning.
And after you do that, you come back, you want to get your guy out there and go 1, 2, 3 if at all possible. Damon has grounded into 4 double plays this year.
Ground ball, second base. 1.
Got him! Make it 5. That'll work. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Bolger and Angels keep the momentum.
TNT Rapid Rewind. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. A quick look at what has taken place tonight. Saunders against Chamberlain, but the star of the night has belonged to Kendry Morales with that 3-run home run that tied the game in the bottom of the 5th. Now in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Angels will have Eric Aybar, Sean Figgins, and Meiser Izturis. Hitters 9, 1, and 2. All 3 are speed guys. A bunt try by Aybar, who does have 10 bunt hits this year.
Get right back to setting up that table with your speed guys again. Angels have ripped off a couple bags tonight. And Aybar is the number 9 hitter, and Figgins is the leadoff hitter, and that's what he uses to couple with his speed game. Those 2 guys.
Corners are in very close, and Mark Melanson comes on to pitch his 2nd inning. Melanson came on in relief of the starting pitcher Jabba Chamberlain, was able to get Matthews and Mathis on ground outs. Just called up from the minors today. Broken bat flare into right field, and that ball will drop. That's the 3rd time that Aybar has broken a bat in 3 at-bats, and this one finally dies a hero.
Wow, I'll tell you what, that was buzzsawed in half, and you know, he's smiling, but hey, look, it's that 3rd one's a charm. Now, that 2nd one would have got 2 ribbies in. So, but he'll take that leadoff broken back knock. When you get inside, that buzzsaw comes calling, but he'll take it. Strong enough to get it over Cano's head that time. Nice start.
Steve Physiok working with Rex Hudler, who's a very good base runner in his day. What would you do, Rex, when you faced a pitcher you hadn't seen before because of being in the minor leagues as a base runner?
I'm going to watch him. I'm going to try to get a one-way lead, see if I can get a throw over. There's his one. Okay, good. He got a little throw. It's a little quick feet there. You want to see what kind of move he's got. You get a one-way lead. They call that the maximum lead you can get back to the base safely without thinking about stealing. So that's a one-way lead. You're not going, but you're trying to get a big lead, make it appear you are. That's how you get the guy's move. Okay, nice high leg kick. Doesn't have a slide step, so it looks like he takes a little bit of time getting that ball home, and that's what runners like to see.
Figgins had a base hit his last time up to start the trouble for Jabba Chamberlain in the 5th inning. Stole 2nd base and then scored a run. The Angels had 2 steals in that 4-run 5th. One by Figgins, one by Abreu. Aybar, there's that one-way lead you're talking about, and he dives back in.
So the Angels, they're definitely in the minds of the Yankees as far as that running game. Second best base stealing team in American League, behind the Rays of Tampa.
Well, he's drawn, what is it, 3 throws now?
So he's seen his move. He'd like to pick a big curveball to go, but this kid Melanson looks like he's going with mainly fastballs.
Figgins, good fastball hitter and a good hitter throughout his career against New York. Career .320 hitter against the Yanks. Outside. And ball, 1 strike. Here's the third base coach, Dean Weaver, sending the signs to both Figgins and Aybar. Angels could do a hit and run here. Alex Rodriguez, even with the infield grass, so he's in. There's a base hit to right field. That will roll to the corner. Aybar could score. Dino Eagle sending him home. And the Angels will take the lead on a Figgins triple.
Oh, he got one right in the wheelhouse. He turned on that fastball from Mark Melanson. And there the track meet. It starts with that base hit by Aybar, and then the track meet continues as Figgins sent him around with no problem. Sean Figgins now with his 6th triple of the year. That puts him in 2nd place in the American League. Look at it. Hits first base. Inside corner now. He knows it. He could tell it's 3 easy. But Swisher had a hard time in right field. He wasn't exactly playing Sean Figgins to pull, so it left an area that said triple all over it off the bat. Now it's Sturis. He's looking to get a sac fly in. Maybe a suicide squeeze.
Ground ball. They won't do it this time. Melanson takes it. Oh, the ball's low, but just digging it out perfectly is Mark Teixeira. That's why he will likely win a Gold Glove at first base this year.
Hey, talk about pressure. See what speed does? He hits him a ball. He looked Figgins back to third base. That's what you do. And then he tried to rush the throw, and he goosed it over there, almost caused another mistake. Had plenty of time.
Infield will stay in for Bobby Abreu, who knocked in a run his last time up.
Nice save by Teixeira.
Figgins, excellent speed at third. The crowd beginning to chant, Bobby, Bobby, former Yank trying to beat New York. In there for a strike. And did you know this is the first time the Yankees have trailed on the road since June 24th, when Joe Girardi was ejected at Atlanta, and that started the 8-game road winning streak. But they haven't even been behind in those games. They are tonight, 6-5.
They're playing at Angel Stadium, and they know what goes along with that.
Tried to jam Bobby, checks his swing, did not go. Count evens 1-1.
And the Yankees get in the Angels' airspace out here. Their airplane starts to having shakes. It starts shaking a little bit because they know when they land they're going to be in for a battle.
So that's the turbulence.
But Bobby needs to capitalize here and look for one to send deep. Airborne.
Takes a rip, and that'll get it done. Base hit center field. Figgins scores. Angels go in front, 7-5. A lot of broken bat base hits for the Angels.
And those bats are dying heroes, especially that one there. That's nice to be able to lay that out there in front of a drawn-in infield. Perfect. He missed with the previous pitch inside. Molina called another one, and Abreu muscled it out there. The Angels got a little mojo working.
Well, it's still early and early in the series, but OC Fire Department engine 58, you might be eating cheesecake on Sunday.
Well, it's a little bit early for
you got that right.
But still, and no lead is safe here against the Yankees.
Hey kids, on Saturday, July 25th, the Angels are giving away the first ever Rally Monkey Coin Bank to all kids ages 2 through 18 in attendance, courtesy of California Pizza Kitchen. Come out to the Big A on July 25th Pick up your free Rally Monkey Coin Bank and cheer your Angels on to victory against the Minnesota Twins. Purchase your tickets at angelsbaseball.com today. July 25.
That's going to be great. But I'll tell you what could be even better is Juan Rivera facing this young kid who's never faced before, but he loves that fastball out over.
Ground ball struck to Alex Rodriguez. They get one, and Teixeira helps him out by getting to Teixeira. Terrific 2 plays in the inning, but the Angels get 2 to take a 7-5 lead. The 7th inning of play. Time for the U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. And it's all about Mark Teixeira, who's been one of the leaders for New York the last 2 months of the season. And he's one of 3 players with 30 or more home runs and 100 or more RBIs in each of the last 5 years. Only Albert Pujols and Alex Rodriguez can say the same. New pitcher for the Angels is Kevin Jepsen. He has pitched very well recently, but still has a very high ERA at 9.
Well, Socia likes his power fastball. That's mid-90s, so sometimes go 95, 96, 97 even. Curveball and a nice new cutter that he's working on that really looks more like a power slider, and it's fit him well, as Butcher just taught that to him.
Well, all he has to do is cool off the hottest team in baseball. New York has won 13 of their last 15. And they've got a big shift on for Mark Teixeira. 1 lone infielder left side, 3 on the right side. They started that back in the 40s against Ted Williams, and Lou Boudreau, who's the Cleveland manager, designed it. They called it the Boudreau shift, and Williams hit through it or over it. Strike 2 and 1.
Jepsen with that power fastball, he can trust that to get through the zone sometimes, even if he makes a mistake, because it's so hard. Now, we haven't seen his curveball or his little cutter inside.
Throws it here, and boy, did he get all of that one, but foul down the right field line. A high arcing shot that almost reaches the club level, way deep, but it's a 2-2 count.
Yep, pitcher says it's just a long strike.
Teixeira tonight has grounded out 3 times. He did reach on a fielder's choice in the first and come around to score on a single by Swisher. It's in the dirt, and the count's full 3-2.
It's that little slider right there.
Teixeira has a very good eye. He's walked 49 times this year.
You might try to challenge him here. Bolger did a great job the inning before getting him out.
Up the middle, base hit for Teixeira. He hit it against the shift, and a lead-off single for Mark Teixeira.
Hey, you know, you want to challenge the guy. That's good. Hey, you don't want to put anybody on. Good low strike. gives up a base hit, but that's all right. No free pass.
Hey, it's a Bug's life, we understand. This is on a robo camera, and that bug's been hanging out all game long. We can't get it off, so that's part of being a Bug's life. He gets a free ticket to the ball game, and then he gets a Bug's eye view. Alex Rodriguez has doubled and homered. There's that little slider that's been his new pitch.
It's a good one, too. He's got some confidence in it. But like Bulger did, he came in, he held the momentum that the Angels had gained in the 5th inning, and they came back and added 2 more in the 6th. So that's the same job for Jepsen here.
Angels hoping for the same from Kevin Jepsen. They're going with young pitchers in the 6th and 7th. And then they may come out with Darren Oliver in the 8th. Alex Rodriguez swung at a really good pitch by Joe Saunders and hit it out in his last at bat. He snaps a fastball by him at 90 plus.
98. Look at that little slider there. That little breaking ball down low was all Aybar. Just threw his hands out there and drove it straight away center for his 15th.
He hasn't shown him the big hook that he has. He does have a very good 12-6 curveball. He has shown him the cutter and his fastball.
Let it go. Let it go.
Jepsen on the U.S. Olympic team last year that played in Beijing.
Good time for a statement pitch. How about busting him in?
He did.
Yeah, you got that kind of fuzz, you can get some attention inside there. You're not going to get too many solid contacts there. He just was a little bit ahead of it. A-Rod was, because if he was on it, he would have broke his bat.
Young Kevin Jepsen going up against one of baseball's very best the last decade. He went after the breaking ball and strikes out a big pitch by Kevin Jepsen. That's the one you were talking about.
Well, the pitch before that set it up, though. That high and tight pitch. It set that breaking ball up away there because it got him thinking, oh, man, that was some fuzz coming in there, man. Watch out, so see. That served its purpose. That's how you pitch inside effectively. He didn't hit him or didn't have to, really cause a stir, but it set up the next pitch to get him out. Outs is all the Angels want right now.
Another good hitter with power, Nick Swisher, coming up. Singled in 2 runs back in the 1st inning. Since then, he has grounded out twice, 1 for 3.
He's grounded into 7 double plays this year.
Strike 1. Is Jepsen more of a fly ball pitcher than a ground ball pitcher?
Yes, he is. But still, that new cutter he just started him off with right there, that's a good effective pitch that he can get a late swing on and a ground ball out of. But he's confident.
Fastball misses outside. We understand there's a San Francisco Giant closing in on a no-hitter, and it's Jonathan Sanchez, not Tim Lincecum. And he's 2 outs away from a no-hitter, so we'll keep you abreast of that situation. There it is. Giants leading San Diego 8-0. Sanchez 8 1/3 no-hit innings. Left field. Juan Rivera tracks it nicely and pulls it down near the wall. 2 outs. Back to first base, Mark Teixeira.
That wasn't an easy play. Juan had to really concentrate on that. That ball had a little bit more carry on it than he expected. Yeah, that ball's on the inner half. Had a little inside-out swing on it. Ball had a little extra carry. But Juan gets it before there's any damage done.
He's played a good left field this year. He's been in there every single night. Occasionally he'll be a DH. Occasionally he'll go to right field. And Bobby's given a day off.
There hasn't been a no-hitter thrown yet this year, has there?
Nope.
He's about ready to have one here.
Robinson Cano, meantime, the batter, top of the 7th inning. He is flied out, grounded out, and doubled. Meantime, we've seen plenty of hits. 23 in the ball game. That ball roped to right field for a base hit. Teixeira around second, stops there. So Cano 2 for 4. So Jonathan Sanchez now has 2 outs in the 9th inning against the San Diego Padres and leading 8-0.
If Jepson wants to finish this one off here, Orlando Mercado, he answers the phone down there, says, yeah, we got plenty of arms down here, Skip. Let me get one up here for you. Butchie's going to come out and get a little bit more time for the relievers to get going.
Darren Oliver likely would have been the guy in the 8th inning. Now he'll warm up a little early because they have Melky Cabrera, who will stay and bat from the left side of the plate. This is a switch hitter, very dangerous and very clutch. And as a matter of fact, Melky Cabrera this year is hitting .362 in close and late situations, and that's in the top 5 in the American League. That's any situation 7th inning or later. Well, here's Melky, 7th inning or later, and Jepson knows all about his clutch ability.
Well, I'm sure that they got Oliver up in that bullpen because they knew that Matsui might be coming out to pinch hit.
2 on, 2 out, 7th inning. Angels lead by a pair, 7-5. Cabrera takes strike 1. Halos trailed by as many as 4 runs twice in the ball game.
The no hitters complete.
Jonathan Sanchez has just no hit San Diego. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 for Kevin. Jonathan Sanchez, perfect through 7 innings, finished with no walks with 11 strikeouts. Everett Cabrera struck out to end the ball game. So congratulations to Jonathan Sanchez. Tapper foul. That was off Jeff Mathis. How about that? I mean, the San Francisco Giants having a marvelous season. They might have the 2nd best record in the entire National League. They do at 48-38 now. But they're still 6.5 games back of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 7 because the Dodgers won today 12-6, 12-8 over Milwaukee. Old foul. So we have our first no-hitter of the year, and the first since Carlos Zambrano threw a no-hitter last year for the Chicago Cubs. Meantime, at the Big A, a real classic between these 2 rivals. Angels from the West, Yankees from the East.
Ooh, nothing wrong with that. Good inside pitch. When you're ahead like that, good. Now let's see if that effectively sets up another breaking pitch to get him out of the inning. Wants to finish off Melky. He's got strikeout potential, does Jepson. That good hard fastball. Ooh, just
fouled off again.
Good pitch there. Okay, see, that's a perfect spot for that. It's not a hanging breaking ball. It's that pitch right there. The location was designed for just that, a swing and miss. He almost got the strikeout. Could try to go upstairs with one here. See what Mathis calls.
What a battle between Kevin Jepson and Melky Cabrera. Tying runs are on. Angels lead 7-5. They scored 4 runs in the 5th to tie it and 2 in the 6th to take the lead. New York, though, came up with base hits by Teixeira and Cano in the inning. They're on 1st and 2nd.
Ooh, there it is. I expected him to come up there. That's tough. Tough pitch to lay off of. It's a little bit away. Matsui, I figured, be on deck.
Well, this at bat has allowed Darren Oliver to get completely ready, because it has been quite a long duel between Jepson and Melky. The 2-2. Man, he's fouled off so many pitches. These are good breaking balls.
How's he even getting a bat on those things?
Cabrera leads the Yankees in walk-off game winners this year. 3 times. Philadelphia, Oakland, Minnesota fell to his clutch play. Three and 2. What an at bat by Cabrera, but Jepson battling and battling.
Yeah, that's what happens when you foul off a lot of pitches. You gain more confidence as a hitter. I might try another one in breakers down low, see if he swings and misses it this time. He might just challenge it.
A base hit to left field. Teixeira will come around. Rivera brings the throw home. Cut off by Sean Figgins, and Melky Cabrera continues his brilliant clutch play. 7-6. The Angels still lead by a run.
Oh, that's a fine at bat he just laid on Jepson there. He waited him out. Waited till the ball got a little bit deep into the strike zone, and he threw his hands to left field. And because Teixeira was moving on the play, he scored easily. So now they pulled Matsui off, and they're going to go with Jorge Posada.
New York's so difficult to calm down. Their offense is outstanding. Second in batting, first in runs, first in total bases, first in RBIs, walks, slugging, and on-base percentage. And Mike Butcher knew it'd be tough to hold him down. So Posada comes out of that dugout to pinch hit here in the 7th inning with runners on first and second, and the Yankees trailing by just a run. Oliver's ready.
Okay, Girardi, he saw Oliver up in their bullpen. So he says, all right, maybe I'll pull Matsui off and I'll bring in my pinch hitter, and then we'll see what they do with him, because Posada, he's a .345 hitter from the right-hand side of the box. So Girardi, he pulled a move on Socha there. 1 for 5 with a pinch hit home run is Posada, and he might have got that against the Angels if my memory serves me correctly.
In there, strike one. New York took 2 of 3 at Yankee Stadium earlier this year. Angels hosting New York for a 3-game weekend series before the All-Star break. 1-1. The Yankees with 6 runs on 13 hits. The Angels with 7 runs on 12 hits.
And that was a key at bat. If the Yankees come back and win this one, that Melky Cabrera AB was premium. And Jepson, he's throwing the ball well. He's got 3 nice pitches.
This is outside. The count goes to 3-1. He's in danger of loading the bases for Jose Molina. And they've got Matsui waiting on deck for Molina, because Posada would then stay in the ball game. The next pitch will be the 33rd this inning for Kevin Jepson. And he misses badly, and I believe Mike Socha will go to the bullpen to have Oliver pitch to Hideki Matsui. We'll wait for the announcement. The announcement has been made. Mike Socha will now go to his bullpen, bring on Darren Oliver here in the 7th inning. The Angels protecting a 7-6 lead with the bases loaded for New York. Bases loaded for New York. Angels leading by just a run. Top of the 7th inning. The new pitcher is Darren Oliver, and he will face Hideki Matsui. Oliver, a veteran of so many years, and he loves these moments. His last outing was on July 7th against Texas. Through a third of an inning, got the 1-man out. And now the Angels trying to end a 2-game losing streak and start this series well against New York. Bases loaded. Cano at third, Cabrera second, and Jorge Posada at first.
Matsui 4 for 13 with 2 ribbies off the bench as a pinch hitter this year. Batting against left-handers.
Even their bench is loaded. I mean, they're bringing Posada and Matsui off the bench. Both all-stars from the past.
Matsui is a .239 hitter against lefties with 8 homers. Oliver's going to sweep the breaking ball away from him.
Hits it high and deep. Right field. Abreu back at the wall. Bobby there. Makes the catch. Inning over.
Woo! He almost caught it. Oh my. Angels got a lead by 1. Seventh inning, and Kendry Morales is stepping up. Why don't we pursue perfection by Lexus with his perfect swing for his 15th home run? A 3-run shot. What a beauty. Back a screeno. That's what they said in Japan when you hit a home run to center field. That ball was way deep in center field, and Morales, with one swing, was our Lexus pursuing perfection with that 15th homer.
Derek Jeter moves from the DH to short, so the pitcher will have to bat if they move around to that. Jorge Posada, meantime, becomes the catcher.
Well, Girardi taking a little bit of a chance there, but you know what? He feels like his offense is going to come back in this one. They do lead the American League in comeback wins, but the Angels, they're right behind them with one more. So if the Angels do win this game, they'll be tied for comeback wins this year at 25.
Mark Melanson stays in the ball game. This guy came up from the minor leagues because New York had used their bullpen a lot in the Minnesota series. They were able to sweep the Twins and tie the Boston Red Sox for first place in the American League East. Boston has won tonight 1-0 over Kansas City. John Lester pitching obviously a gem and outdueling Kansas City's Bannister. So Morales 2 for 3 in the game with a single and that 3-run home run that tied it in the 5th. Another tight one for the Angels. Last year they were the very best team in close games. This year they're just 20-22 in games decided by 2 runs or less. Last year they were 61-28, best in the majors. And there is a great play by Mark Teixeira.
Another ball hit hard by Morales. Good stroke. He gets that up, that's extra bases. And Morales, he has been an extra base machine. He has been swinging the bat with authority. See, he just blistered it. Nice soft hands by Teixeira, though. He'll cradle that one in and take the out himself. He leads. Morales leads the Halos at 23 doubles. He's third on the team with 151 total bases. So Kendry's been worth his weight this year.
Well, they're staying with Mark Melanson, and this is his third inning of work. Brian Bruni is warming up in that Yankee bullpen. Here is Brian. He's back from the disabled list. He has good stuff, and New York's pen, we told you, has been getting better and better. That ball is popped up, shallow center field. Jeter out there and makes the catch for the second out. Did he drop the baseball? Oh my!
That's another break.
What an absolute shot.
Hey, look, it happens, even the greatest do it, but the Angels will try to take advantage of another miscue by the Yankee defense. First time it was Aybar who pulled Teixeira off the base. That was involved with that 3-run homer. It's a routine play for Jeter. Got caught drifting a little, hit in the heel, and it happens. Clank.
And I made the mistake of just assuming he would catch it by looking down and putting a P6 in my scorebook. And there are the two error guys, and it has cost them the first time with Alex Rodriguez's error that paved the way to Kendry Morales tying the game with a 3-run home run. Now let's see what Matthews can do.
Jeter, he was DHing all night. He says, I'm going to get back out there, and you never know.
First ball hit to him.
Where it's going to find you. Not quite as bad as that error made by the New York Mets second baseman to end the game, though, at Yankee Stadium, Luis Castillo. That one didn't cost him the game.
Pull to Teixeira. He will allow Napoli to go to second base, and Gary Matthews Jr. is out at first. In the moment that Rex is talking about, Luis Castillo, the Mets second baseman, and this just breaks Matt Lip's heart, who is a director tonight, and he likes the Angels and the New York Mets as his American National League team. The Mets have them beat. All Castillo has to do is catch the baseball. He drops it, and the tying run scored, and they go on to win the ball game. Crazy. Joe Girardi making the move, bringing on Bruni. We'll be right back. Lost 2 out of 3, but it was a brand new Yankee Stadium. Absolutely gorgeous facility. But then there's that short right field porch that's seen a lot of home runs fly into it. That's Yankee Stadium. But the Angels have had a lot of success at the old Yankee Stadium and certainly at the Big A, where the Angels are 14-5 their last 19 games versus the Yanks in their stadium. And Brian Bruni now comes out of the bullpen, the 6'3", 220-pound right-hander out of Astoria, Oregon.
A battle between the pins. Both of them have been pitching pretty well lately. Bruni, his best pitch is his fastball. It'll go up to 96 miles an hour. He's got a slider and a changeup that he'll use as well.
Jeff Mathis will lead it after the Angels have a runner at second base in Mike Napoli. Jeff tonight 0 for 3. He did have that sacrifice bunt back in the 4th inning as he tried for a bunt base hit. First pitch by Bruni is down low, ball 1. 44,076 here tonight. A sellout for Game 1 of this 3-game series between the Angels and Yankees. Again, he teases him away. 2-0. He's going to have to come with that fastball, and Jeff can handle that pitch.
And so far, he hasn't shown the mid-90s with it, but he's sinking it. Both of those pitches had downward break.
Halos trying to get that 2-run lead back.
So there's one he let go. Pretty good. But still had some good movement down. He'll be taking the pitch here.
Angels led 7-5 at the end of 6 when they scored 2 runs in the 6th inning, but then Jepson gave up a run in the 7th to make it 7-6. Outside ball 4, a walk to Jeff Mathis. So he walks a 198 batter to face a 283 batter.
And Aybar, he broke a bat in his last time up for his first single of the night, and it died a hero as an RBI came across the plate.
He has broken a bat in all 3 of his at-bats. When he grounded out in the 2nd inning, when he popped up in the 4th, he broke his bat. He's running out of lumber and then got the broken bat base hit. If he does that again here, he'll score Napoli.
He's got a new bat.
And he hits this one well down the right field line into the corner, and it is foul.
Well, the hitter told me he never moved.
I was waiting for the umpire. That's the only man that matters.
Yeah, but that hitter will tell you he would have took off running if he thought that ball had a chance to stay fair, but it was hit well. Aybar, he's got a little sock, but he knew it was going to hook foul. Now with that new bat he's got, that new Black Beauty, he got a pitch right there. He liked it. Nice easy swing. Lousy single with 2 outs will work though to get that run back. Angels 12 hits, Yankees 13. Good ball game tonight.
Almost hit him.
Mike Napoli at second base because Jeter dropped a routine pop-up. So they still, Aybar wants to make that air hurt. Angels are a good team, and good teams capitalize on the opponent's mistakes.
Lifted foul left side, so now Bruni has the count his way, 1-2. The Angels bat .288 with men in scoring position. That's second best in the major leagues, and they're pretty good with 2 out and men in scoring position, batting .279. Mickey Hatcher's hitters are leading the American League in batting at .280, facing a team that's right behind them in the New York Yankees. It will not be easy getting the last 6 outs. Hit well down the right field line into the corner. Look at this. That baby is gone. Home run, Eric Aybar.
Wow. He hit one foul the first swing in the at-bat, and then he made the adjustment and made Jeter's air hurt. Angels add on. What a stroke by Aybar. Go ahead, Eric, and drive that team bus tonight. Socia looking for a new bus driver. Torrey Hunter on the DL. Third home run. Eric Aybar. Big three-runner.
They're taking a page out of New York's book.
They're going to need those insurance runs.
2 3-run home runs in this ball game. The Angels went almost a month before they got their first 3-run home run this year.
Look at that. Another nice easy swing. He even caught it out front.
10-6 Angels. We're in the 7th. Inside for a ball. Figgins is 2 for 4 in the game, and he scored a couple more runs. Now 65, and Derek Jeter still bumming about the error that allowed the inning to continue.
You won't see that very often, but like I said, the Angels are a good team, and when you give them an extra out, good teams know how to capitalize, and there you go. Bam, bam, both of them, Morales and Aybar, 3-run shots after costly errors by the infielders.
Upstairs, 2-2.
Okay, it happens to the best of them, but you never know if a team can take advantage of the miscues, and the Angels can, and they have.
A-Rod made the error. Next batter, Kendry Morales, first pitch, hit it out. 3-run home run, tied the game. Jeter's error with 1 out in the 7th inning allowed the inning to continue. If he catches the pop-up, the next batter, Matthews, would have been the final out. Yankees at bat, trailing just by 1. Instead, inning continues. A walk to Mathis, a home run by that man, Eric Aybar. And the Angels are now in front by 4. They trailed by 4 twice in this game, 4-0 and 5-1.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, the Angels are pulling out the long ball even without the 2 sluggers out. And the speed. They've stolen a couple bases. They've pressured the Yankees. Wow, and Figgy pulls one. Upper deck.
He almost knocked that out of the ballpark. I mean, that almost hit the roof of the upper deck.
Man, you got the number 9 guy and your leadoff batter pumping balls foul out of the yard. Watch out.
Out of play. If the Angels come back to win, it would be the 3rd time this week being down 4 runs to win. They did it twice, rallying from 4-0 deficits against the Baltimore Orioles Saturday and Sunday.
Joe Girardi hasn't seen his team take a beating like this on the road.
Well, still 6 outs to go. Sean pops it up. He ran right into the
Oh, what a
catcher.
catch!
And what a
Did you see that?
play by Jorge Posada with his bare hand.
That was unbelievable.
Off the baseball.
Figgins backed him off. They got tangled up. Jorge Posada dropped his glove and he made a catch barehanded. I've never seen that before. Look at that. Jorge saying, hey, look, he knocked my glove off. The inning's over, George.
It may not.
Jorge. Figgins did that last out. Watch Figgins. He gets off balance. Okay, he's watching now. He loses his balance and runs right into Jorge Posada. Okay, watch Posada's glove. It comes off right there. He did it. Sean didn't do that. He knocked his own glove off, but he makes the catch barehanded. Watch now. Watch Posada. Watch him. He's tangled up there, but it falls off and he makes the catch. Now Posada was arguing with C.B. Buckner saying, now look, that ain't right. Why's a man got to make a play like that without his mitt?
Should have been batter's interference with Figgins.
He got out of the
whatever he could.
Yeah, that was funny.
Justin Spire comes out of the Angels bullpen to try and keep New York quiet. Still 6 outs to go against the most dangerous offense in the game. New York been piling up runs recently. They've got an 8-game road winning streak. They've won 13 of their last 15. And here's Derek Jeter, who has 2 5-hit games in his career and is 4 for 4 tonight.
Okay, Spire's in. Don't change a thing. Justin Spire is in to prevent a fire. He's got a good firm fastball. He's been pitching really well, keeping his ball down. He's got a good little slider. He's also will use a tumbling split finger.
How good has he been? Derek Jeter, before his 35th birthday, had more hits than Pete Rose did before his 35th birthday. A ground ball. Figgins has it. That'll take it out of the Mets and throws out Derek Jeter. Nice play by Sean Figgins.
All right, here we go. Jeter being DH in the whole game. He comes out to play the field, and what happens? He clanked one. And that happens, but what happens after that is really what matters. In the Angels, they capitalized and hit a 3-run bomb with his air out there.
Jorge Posada may have told him, you know what, next time take off your glove and make the catch.
Yeah, not advisable.
And then Aybar hits a 3-run home run to give the Angels a 4-run edge.
And snuck it right around that 330 sign down low on the right field line.
Johnny Damon tonight has walked and singled to drive in a run. He's also popped up and hit into a 4-6-3 double play. The Angels hold on to win. Bolger would get the victory.
And after Aybar broke his 3 bats, one of them died a hero, and an RBI was attached. He found the Black Beauty that was brand new, and he pulls it out and got a 3-run homer with it.
I wonder if it was his bat. Swing and a miss.
I saw number 2 on the end of his bat.
Oh, okay.
So it was his. There's your number 2 guy, and Angels looking for somebody to step up, and an unlikely source right there, the shortstop. It just homered twice, but that 3rd home run was a 3-run nanny and a beauty.
In there, strike 3 called, so Spire gets the first 2 outs of the 8th inning. Hey fans, the Angels will once again be turning the clocks back to the 1980s for a retro night on Tuesday, July 28th. All fans in attendance will receive a free Bobby Grich 1980s jersey t-shirt courtesy of the Home Depot. So dress up in your best 80s gear and have a chance to win cool prizes from the Angels. Purchase your tickets at angelsbaseball.com today.
So Teixeira's been welcomed with boos every time up, but he's used to that now. We had him on the pregame show before the game, and he talked about, hey, look, you either love the Yankees or you hate them. So I'm used to getting booed.
Popped him up. Justin Spire with a 1-2-3 8th inning as Figgins takes care of Teixeira. We head to the bottom of the 8th. History of the game, dropped a baseball. It led to a big inning. Eric Aybar hit his 3rd home run of the year, and the Angels now lead it 10-6. Bottom of the 8th inning we go. Aybar will take a seat because his turn doesn't come for a while. It'll be Meiser as tourist, Bobby Abreu, Juan Rivera. Strike one. Brian Bruni stays in the ball game as the relief pitcher. And he gave up that 3-run home run to Eric Aybar. He first walked Jeff Mathis, and then Eric took him down that right field line into the corner. Angels and Yanks go again tomorrow afternoon on Big Fox. It'll be Andy Pettit against Jared Weaver.
Oh, that'll be a beauty.
Jared Weaver has been the Angels' most dependable pitcher. He's been outstanding with a 9-3 record, a 3.15 earned run average.
And his ERA's been in the 2s for a long time. So just a few outings.
That's high.
The battle of the pins has looked good in the Angels' favor.
Lifted foul back and out of play. Posada continues as the catcher. They made those changes, and Derek Jeter stayed in the game, so the pitcher will have to hit for himself. And the spot would be coming up 6th in the top of the 9th inning. The Angels hope they don't have to face the 6th batter. Fouled off.
Nope, you'd hope not. I'm sure Fuentes is down there. His heart's starting to pump up a little bit. There is a 4-run lead, but still, you would imagine him to get that 9th inning work anyway.
Angels did have yesterday off, and of course they have the All-Star break, 3 days off. Fly ball right field. And Nick Swisher is there for the catch, and out number 1 at the bottom of the 8th inning, because there is no tougher team to record the last 3 outs on than the Yankees, because they have such great power on their team. And the Angels will have to face Alex Rodriguez, Nick Swisher, and Robinson Cano to start that 9th inning.
Well, what's good is that at least the Angels have 3 more outs on the other side if they need that.
Here's Bobby Abreu, 2 for 4 in the ball game, a pair of singles and a pair of RBIs. He now has 54 this year. He now has 38 RBIs in his last 37 games.
Very consistent.
Which, you know, it showed a lot about Bobby this year. He had a good start, was hitting over 300, but he wasn't getting a lot of home runs or driving in a lot of runs, but he did not change his approach.
Nope. There was a little bit of a brush back pitch by Bruni. Pitch is coming in a little bit too tight. He spun the right way, though. Young players, if you see a ball coming at you, you face the backstop. Put your back to the ball. Okay, Abreu, though, a lot of fans have been wondering and noticing Abreu's top hand on his bat. He just lays that there. See that? He just kind of lays that hand up there. He lays his hand up on the top, and he tells me that he does that naturally. He doesn't even really know it, but they'll tell you how loose he is, his grip. And he'll talk about how that bottom hand is important to hitting. Bottom hand leads, top hand follows, and it falls on there naturally when he swings.
Robinson Cano takes a base hit away from Bobby. That would have been his 3rd hit of the night. He's been robbed a couple of times.
Good stroke, though. After that brush back pitch, he hit him hard. See how that top hand goes right down on the knob. I mean, excuse me, on the top of the bottom hand, but that bottom hand leads.
Angels have Reggie Willits on to pinch hit for Juan Rivera. When he throws ball 1, that means Reggie will be in left field, and Rivera given an inning off. And you just wonder if Juan kind of, in that tumble he had at first base, if he's 100%.
Yeah, we don't usually see Socia pulling out any of the outfielders late in games for defensive replacements, but we'll keep an eye on it. Certainly, Juan Rivera is one they got to keep in that lineup.
Yeah, they've already lost Torrey Hunter and Vlad Guerrero to the DL. We were told today it could be 3 to 4 weeks for both of those players. In there with the slider. Texas held on to beat Seattle tonight 6-4, that final score. This is the only game still going on. The biggest game of the night was San Francisco beating San Diego 8-0 as Jonathan Sanchez threw the major's first no-hitter of the year. In there, strike 3 call. We head to the 9th inning. The Angels leading the Yankees 10-6. No-hitter in 33 years.
Man.
And the only runner reached on a Juan Uribe error, or he would have thrown a perfect game.
Oh, man. Way to go, Jonathan Sanchez.
Justin Spire staying in the ball game to try and finish it out. He will face Alex Rodriguez. Spire went 1-2-3 in the 8th, and because it's not a save situation, Mike Socia is holding Ryan Fuentes out. I'm sure he's ready, though.
Why not take out Spire? He's been doing a great job. Looks good. He's been getting ahead of guys. His location has been really good. He's not missing up like he was, partly because he used to have a violent leg kick, and that kind of threw him off a little bit. Mike Butcher said, hey, let's make a little smoother leg kick, and that way you can come out of it and keep your same arm slot.
Just low.
Where was that? That's right where he wants to stay.
Well, he owns a 2.21 ERA over his last 22 outings, and now he's taken over that 8th inning role because of the injuries to Scott Shields and Kelby Escobar.
He's bouncing back just like they wanted him to. He had an off year last year. Everything was elevated. They moved him into a mop-up role, but they had him under contract this year. Spire's got a lot of passion, hard worker.
Aybar won't reach this one. A base hit for Alex. He is 3 for 5 in the night with a single, a double, and a home run. And if you're traveling and can't watch your Angels on Fox Sports West or KCOP, you can always catch the game on your computer with MLB.TV. New 2009 MLB.TV premium features include HD quality where available and the ability to pause, fast forward, and rewind live games. For more details, visit angelsbaseball.com, where baseball is always on. The batter is Nick Swisher. Fans of the Angels have rallied twice from 4-run deficits tonight. And Swisher hits it towards left center field. On comes Reggie Willits. He'll run in and make the catch. 1 out.
steady as she goes.
Angels trailed 4-0 and 5-1. They were down 5-1 as late as the 5th inning and scored 4 times. The big hit, Kendry Morales, 3-run home run that tied it. And then the Angels took the lead in the 6th, then a triple by Sean Figgins and a base hit by Bobby Abreu to make it a 7-5 game. They were up 7-6 when Eric Aybar hit a 3-run home run. 1 out. Cano the batter, 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Strike 1.
What a game. You know, you wondered if the Angels had enough pop in their lineup to come back from that 4-0 lead early, and man, sure enough they did. A couple 3-run homers. That's exactly what gets you back in games, and Saunders was taken off the hook.
Angels trying to end New York's 3-game win streak and their 8-game road win streak. They hadn't trailed since June 24th on the road.
But again, they're at Angel Stadium where the Angels do most of the winning here, at least since '96.
And in the last 20, the Angels would be 15-5. And boy, we've seen some close pitches called balls against Robinson Cano and the prior batter Nick Swisher.
Sure, C.B. Bucknor's had more consistent games, but this isn't one of them.
The Angels win. They'll stay within a half game of first place in the West. Texas won tonight, 6-4 over Seattle. But New York would fall a game back of Boston for first in the East because the Red Sox beat Kansas City 1-0. New York right now trailing by 4 in the top of the 9th inning. Another low fastball that barely misses, and the count is full 3-2. Alex Rodriguez single up the middle on a 3-2 count. Swisher then fly it out to left.
Spire wants to just keep her down right here. No free passes. Don't want to let these Yankees feel like they have any chance to come back. But Fuentes, he is loose.
In the air, left center field. Matthews or Willits. It's Bentley and 2 outs. Derek Jeter went 4 for 5 in the ball game, but we'll most remember the big error he made in the 7th inning that led the way to Eric Aybar's 3-run home run. The Yankees have 6 runs on 14 hits and 2 errors. Both have hurt. But the Angels have been out hit, but they have 10 runs on 13 hits, but they did not make an error.
How many games has Jeter helped the Yankees win, and how many has he flubbed like that? Maybe on one hand you can count those. That's why it's so rare, and we're not exactly making a big deal about it, but you don't see that very often.
Rodriguez takes second base. Difference. Melky Cabrera, who had a terrific at bat in the 7th inning to drive in a run to make it 7-6. He's 1 for 3 with an intentional walk. Justin and Jeff want to get together on how they're going to get this guy out. Both starting pitchers did not go past 5. Joe Saunders went 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, looked better as the game progressed because he gave up 4 in the first 2 innings. Jabba Chamberlain, meantime, looked good early and then bad late. He only went 4 1/3, gave up 5 runs.
Okay, we got a report on Juan Rivera. He's got a tight left quadricep and a tight right hamstring. So man, get him out of there, man. Just take it easy.
He may be DHing tomorrow, if that. I hope he's available to do that because the Angels right now have 6 players on the DL, 4 pitchers, and 2 of their best hitters in Vlad Guerrero and Torrey Hunter. They're 3-4 hitters. The game of baseball is not about making excuses. We can lay down the facts, but the guys still have to go out there and play. And the guys who are healthy played well tonight, and the Angels lead it 10-6.
This guy gets on here, we'll see Fuentes.
then be a save situation. And it's a strike. It's a full count, 3-2.
Spire wants to go ahead and pick it up here, though. Angel fans on their feet.
$44,076. The first of what we expect to be 3 sellouts. Outside, ball 4. So now Mike Scioscia does have the save situation, and here he comes to get Brian Fuentes. Another quality at bat by Melky Cabrera. We'll be right back. He's converted his last 11, and he has been terrific since the beginning of June. He is not allowed a run. 11 for 11 his last saves. He's blown 3 this year, and he faces the New York Yankees with 2 out. He will face Jorge Posada, and in the on-deck circle, Eric Hinske, a left-handed batter. The Angels with 10 runs on 13 hits. New York with 6 on 14. Spire went an inning and 2/3, and the bullpen did a nice job. Jepson did give up a run in his inning. Bolger looks to win the ball game if the Angels can hold on, but they need 1 more out, and this guy is clutch. Jorge Posada.
Yeah, you know, he came off the bench to pinch hit, and he did hit that 2-run home run against the Angels May 2nd. I thought that we saw him do that the one time he hit a homer off the bench.
Fuentes, meantime, was just named to his 4th All-Star team. Went 3 times with the Colorado Rockies. And Jorge Posada also pulled off one of the great catches of the night.
Well, I've never seen this before. Picky, they ran into each other. The glove was just barely hanging on. It fell off, and Posada made the catch, and look at him. He's like, did that just happen? Did I just make that play barehanded? He's like a fan.
Fuentes misses on the first 2 pitches. 2 balls, no strikes. A tight zone throughout the evening by C.B. Bucknor.
All right, Fuentes is going to spot that fastball. It's anywhere from 88 to 91. Little slider.
And Jorge was swinging. It's a 2-1 count. Eric Hinske waiting on deck for New York. That's again because the pitcher spot is next. So they have to pinch hit for him, and they don't have many left in the bench. And Hinske is a left-hander. First things first, though, you got the switch hitter Posada up with 2 on. In there, 2-2.
Fuentes He goes down to that bullpen every day and he throws off the mound. Mike Butcher says he loves to get in the game and just before games, timing, and he likes to throw every day. Came into spring training this year, didn't get a lot of time, got off to a slow start, but man, he's been nails ever since.
And now he has the Yankees down to their final strike. Tried an off-speed pitch blocked nicely by Jeff Mathis, taken by Posada. The count is full, 3-2. Does not want to lose Posada because then Hinske would be the tying run.
He's very deceptive, Fuentes. And if you couple guys over there rooting against each other, one happy, one's pulling.
Struck him out. Light up the halo. The Angels win game 1 of this series with the New York Yankees by a final of 10-6.
Wow, what a game. Eric Aybar, put a star on your cap and your hands for that bat you threw